It's a beautiful night for high school football here in Wapakoneta. It's time for Wapakoneta High School football on TSC. I'm Big Dan Wilson, and tonight's game is being brought to you by the following: Merit Real Estate, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, Elevation Chiropractic, Miller's Corral, Minster Bank, Flex Machine Tools, G.A. Windsor & Son, State Farm Insurance, Home Savings Bank, Auglaze Audiology, Kill RV Service, Dad's Toy Shop, and Wilson One Communications. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to a beautiful night for high school football. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Josh Bishop, and we have a special guest in the booth with us tonight. But it's week number 8 of high school football here on TSC. It's the Wapakoneta Redskins coming in at 5-2 against the Elida Bulldogs, 5-2. Western Buckeye League action that I'm telling you, it is going to be a bulldog of a game tonight. Let's hope that's not a reference to whether or not the Bulldogs are going to win, but I'm just saying it's going to be a fight. Our special guest in the booth tonight, all Western Buckeye League. First team Western Buckeye League. First team Northwest Conference. Third team All-Ohio linebacker from the class of 2012. And he happens to be my son. Brendan Wilson in the booth tonight. Brendan, thanks for joining us.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for the introduction, Dad. That was quite the list of accomplishments.
Yeah, I live vicariously through you, my son. I also live vicariously through Josh Bishop,
yes,
one of my favorite tag team partners of all time. And Josh, a good ball game we expect here tonight. Elida Bulldogs, little weak at quarterback, but they're showing up defensively all season long.
Dan, they're in the top of the category and everything, Dan. And they got a quarterback, and I think they're starting to get him seasoned because they came back last week. They barely lost to Salina, and they beat Van Wert last week. So hey, they're
Defiance.
Defiance. Yes.
Yeah.
So they beat Defiance, which
18-19.
So yeah, it's. I think we're going to have our hands full tonight, but Walpock's also on a different page. They've been really lighting the scoreboard up here in the last 2 or 3 weeks.
It's going to be a real defensive game from what I've seen from these teams so far. They've got number 1 and number 2 scoring and total yard defenses in the WBL. When I talked to Coach Moyer before the game, he said we have to control the line of scrimmage and win the turnover battle in order to win this game.
And Jay Snouts with the kick return.
And
he's got
up
some
over
room.
the 40.
He's got a lane.
Down the right sideline and out of bounds at the 50. Nice return for Jace Naus. And the Wapakoneta Redskins will start in great field position as they mark the ball right at the 50-yard line.
That was number 58, Tyler Siefker, who forced him out of bounds there.
And Jay Snous, I mean, we don't get a lot of kick returns. It seems like a lot of kids now can kick it out of the end zone. But, man, he came up and grabbed the ball and took it, came to the in and out, and good field position for Wapak.
1st and 10 for the Redskins with Caden Page and Jolly split wide to the left. It's going to be a handoff over Naus, to Naus over the right side, and probably a gain about 4 on the play.
And that was number 51, Aiden Daly, the senior linebacker on the tackle there. Just grabbing ankles, the first to make contact.
Yeah, and Jay Snouts with a 4 or 5 yard run there, and what you're going to see is we got a balanced attack with Wapak. We are really balanced. We do a lot of passing and running, and we got so many weapons. It's hard for anybody in the WBL to keep up with us.
Well, you talk about balance. It's a 5 wide receiver set. They're going to throw the screen out to the right to Caden Page, trying to juke a defender there, and didn't get much on the play. Probably a gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd and 2.
And Jackson Kovault there, the senior defensive back on the stop, wasn't faked out even for a second. He was kind of all over that play, and I think you'll see his name called quite a bit tonight. He's heavily utilized not just on the defensive side of the ball, but you might see him make a few catches as well.
Page didn't really have much support over there, did he?
No,
Josh?
he didn't, and they were waiting on that one-on-one, trying to make something happen. But he still got 2 or 3 yards. And
Trips out to the left, and it's Moyer, and Moyer's got enough for the first down, up over the 35. And they'll mark the ball at about the 34-yard line to move the chains.
Tell you what, man, I think Elida was definitely out of their realm there. And I don't know if you got who was on the tackle, but
that was Seth Sharp and Amari Wash, the both senior defensive backs. Actually, Amari Wash is a sophomore, but you'll see their whole defensive back crew here also on the offensive side of the ball, it sounds like.
Boy, big hole there,
yes,
Josh.
there was. And you always teach it at midget football. Hey, you as a defensive end, you got to keep the outside, and he sucked them right in.
Jolly motion to left, toss sweep to Jolly up over to the 35, trying to spin his way up inside the 30 for a gain of about 6 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4, and we'll call it the 29-yard line.
That was Aiden Daly flying across the line of scrimmage there to make the stop, but just couldn't make it before Nous made his way up the field.
And we'll have to give a little bit of credit to the offensive line and the receivers blocking out there because they held their blocks a long time. They did a really good job.
3 wide receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Nous in the backfield. They're going to look for that little hitch pattern. It's going to be dropped by Hauser. And that's a guy we've been calling for all year long, Josh, to try to get the ball into his hands more.
And I don't know if he gets a little anxious there, but, I mean, he has the first down. He makes that catch. He's 6'5", 225 pounds, and just got a big this week. He got Arkansas State.
I think he heard the footsteps.
Yeah, you heard the footsteps coming from the defensive backs there. They gave him plenty of space.
But you know what? The footsteps aren't as big as he is.
Yeah. He shouldn't be getting scared. He's got to keep his focus there.
3rd and 5 for the Redskins. The pass is completed to Jolly.
Actually broken up by number 2, Seth Sharp there, knocking the ball out before he could secure the catch.
So we got 4th and 5.
Interesting decision to make here. It looks like they're going to stay on the field.
Yeah, this is a little bit. This is really a really.
Nope. They're calling in. Is this the punt team or the field goal team?
No, this is Beach. They're gonna kick a field goal.
Huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'll try a field goal. This will be a 45-yard field goal, probably 46-yard field goal as he lines up at the. That's Nate Metzger, the holder this time. Metzger puts it down. Beach puts it up. And it's going to go through right down the middle. And so Wapak draws first blood with 9:56 remaining in the quarter. Kyle Beach nails a 46-yard field goal to put Wapak on top. Wapak takes the early lead 3-0. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Elevation Chiropractic, formerly known as Kantner Chiropractic, has been serving Wapakoneta and the surrounding communities for 30-plus years of generational quality chiropractic care. Elevation Chiropractic is unique as we utilize numerous techniques to accommodate our patient as well as their condition. In addition to chiropractic care, we now offer cutting-edge technologies such as spinal decompression as well as Class 4 laser therapy. As a former Redskin alumni, Dr. Michael Nagel would like to wish all the Wapak athletes a successful and healthy season. Visit us at elevationchiroohio.com or contact us at 419-738-4373 to see how we can elevate your health.
Do you know the dollar value of your largest asset? I'm committed to volunteering my time to help you determine the value of your home with a free market valuation. Every month or quarter, you receive a statement for your other valuable assets, so why not know the value of your home? By contacting or connecting with me, we can set up an appointment to take a quick look at your home and determine the value of your largest asset. Give me a call at 419-773-9583 or click to connect to my website to get started.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Brendan Wilson and Josh Bishop. For week number 8, Josh, of high school football here on TSC. Wapak draws first blood on a Kyle Beach field goal. He's having a heck of a year, Brendan.
And he's going to be one of the difference makers in the game today. You know, being a close defensive battle, you expect those little points here and there to really be the difference maker in the game. They're going to need him to really secure all of those opportunities whenever he gets a chance tonight. And a rare short kick.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's always putting it into the end zone or through the end zone. And a rare return.
Second return of the year is what I've heard so far.
Yeah, and for Elida with a really good return was Dominic Colley. Colley, or they say Coley? How you say that?
Oh, with a K? That's, yeah.
Coley,
That's
right?
Coley.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah.
In a while. But anyway, Dan, you're talking about how we're in this already in October. Dan, I remember you telling me this 15, 16 years ago. You said once you start having kids, time goes by even faster. And it really does. It just flies by.
Well, let's talk about Elida here offensively. They're in a 2 wide receiver set. A low snap, and that's Isaac Earl at quarterback. He completes it to Kovault, and Kovault gets rushed out of bounds after a gain of about 3.
And it looked like Reese Schnarre was going to catch him a little bit sooner, just couldn't quite grab enough ankle. And then it looked like Nate Metzger was the one who ultimately forced him out of bounds with the help of number 22, Jarrett Mullen.
Yeah. And you'll see a lot of them. They're playing chess right now. But Dan, I wanted to tell you, I played my senior year. Our quarterback was John Earl.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's the first time I heard another Earl.
Nick Earl's kid.
Yeah, Nick Earl's kid. So I have no idea.
Nick was one of my first color people, along with Dr. Cantner. Here's a quick pass to number 4, Amari Wash, one of the other consistent receivers for the Elida Bulldogs. Not enough for a first down. He'll get up over the 30-yard line. He'll bring up 3rd and 3.
That was Reese Schnarre on the stop there. It sounded like what I heard from the pregame when I was talking to the coaches, that you're going to see number 4, Amari Wash here, go in motion most of the game. So he's going to be pretty active for them here on the offense, trying to get the defense to shift and move. And will be interesting to see how Wapak's defense responds to that.
Be nice if we can get a 3 and out here, Jeff.
Yes. Yeah, you make something happen here, get this quarterback in a bad situation.
Earl.
Off the edge.
To the right. He's got pressure, and he's going to have to get rid of it.
Nouse was completely unblocked off the edge. Nobody put a finger on him. And if you're Elida, you got to be calling that out in the booth right now, because he is going to eat your quarterback alive all day.
Which, Brendan, he's probably one of the fastest kids on the field, too. You know, I mean, he's a good-sized boy with 210 pounds, and he can run. He can motor.
Yeah, you got to put at least a finger on him.
Yep.
You can't let somebody like
Not
that
a free
go
shot at your quarterback.
Unblocked at the quarterback.
And back deep for Wapak is Caden Page and your one and only Grant Jolly.
Low snap with plenty of time to get it off.
More of a
and
knuckle
it's going to
punt.
fall short and take an Elida bounce down to about the 32-yard line. So a good 3 and out for the Bulldogs bodes well for the Wapakoneta defense right now as Wapak gets the ball back in relatively good field position. 8:08 remaining. Want to thank our sponsors for tonight's contest, as always. Merritt Real Estate, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, Elevation Chiropractic, formerly Cantner Chiropractic, and as we always say, one of our favorite football players, Mike Nagel. Miller's Corral, Minster Bank, and Flex Machine Tools. The Wapakoneta Redskins come out with a 1 wide receiver left, 2 in the backfield, motion by Jolly, handoff Nouse. Nouse over left tackle, bulls his way over to the 35, down to about the 37-yard line.
And that was Aiden Bailey again on the defensive stop, making first contact. He's doing a good job of staying lateral on these run plays and making contact at or near the line of scrimmage.
And Jace Nouse, you think, the way he ran that, he come up, that's a 5-6 yard gain, and looked like just by pure power.
Caden Page split wide to the left, Jolly to the right. It's going to be Nouse again, this time turning to the right corner. Jump. I love that jump step.
Yeah.
Plants his foot, gets the first down, up over the 45-yard line. They'll move the chains.
Some classic Wapak play calling there.
Yeah.
You run the play left, it works. Let's run the play right. And then again, that was number 51, Aiden Bailey, on the stop there.
And Elida, as they're gonna do a lot of adjusting to what we're doing. and they have done it all year, and you're going to see a big chess match between these coaches. They know each other real well.
1st and 10 from the 46, 7:06 remaining in the clock running. Moyer looks left, throws right, or throws left, and right into the hands of Hauser. And this time he holds on, and he's got enough for another Wapakoneta first down to about the 33-yard line. They'll move the chains.
That was Seth Sharp on the stop there. And Josh, I was talking earlier in the game with some of the coaches. Coach Harmon, you used to coach here at Wapak for 4 years, and it sounds like they've got a very similar offensive and defensive scheme.
Yeah, and I mean, why if you don't go, when you go to like Kyle Harmon, which he's a great dude, he's turned Elida around, why would you not try to do some of the things where you were previous, it's a winning process.
1st and 10 from the 43. Moore is going to hand it off again to Nouse. He gets hit as he gets to the line of scrimmage, and maybe a gain of 1.
And number 3, David Etzkorn on the stop there. He's a very key player for the Elida offense and defense.
It looks like a good-sized kid, too, Josh.
Yeah, he is. He's 5'11", 190. And the Etzkorns, I think every year there's an Etzkorn on Elida's football team. I don't know how many Etzkorns are up in that Elida area, but there's always an Etzkorn.
2nd and 9 from the 42. 2 wide receiver set. We've got motion to the right. It's Jolly. Toss sweep. No, Jolly's going to throw down the right sideline. Has Caden Page. Ooh. And Page just couldn't catch up with it. A nice defensive play there.
Yeah, number 4, Amari Wash was all over him without, making some contact too early. There is a flag down there in the backfield.
A little bit more air under that ball. We got holding? What do we got? No, it's against the defense.
What do we have?
Boy, a little bit more air under that ball, and that would have been nice.
See ya. CD, 7.
It's like maybe a roughing the passer call.
I didn't even see it.
Maybe a little late contact there.
I guess it would have been roughing the receiver because actually it was the receiver that threw the football.
There
I'm
you
messing
go.
around it, yeah.
1st and 10 from the 27, 5:49 remaining here in the first quarter. Wapak up 3-0, threatening on their second possession of the game. Handoff again. It's going to be Nouse. Nouse over the 20 and down near the 15-yard line.
I tell you what, Dan, when you can get 7-8 yards of pop on running the football, it's hard to win a football game when you're on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, just going to have to keep grinding here, and Elida's going to have to find a way to slow this run defense down, or run this run offense down, if they're going to make any meaningful, progress towards keeping this game close.
1st and 10 from the 17. Jolly split wide to the left. It's Caden Page to the right. Nouse again back there, going to the left. Run right, run left. This time he's not going anywhere.
Oh, he met
there they are.
Big boy, didn't
David Etzkorn there waiting for him in the hole.
Kevin McGuire there, big number 79, kind of put a pancake tackle on him right there.
And you know what? I'm not going to try to out-eat him at a breakfast or lunch or supper because he looks like he can put the food away.
Pancake was the operative word.
Yeah.
Well.
He's definitely putting some food away in the pregame meal.
2 wide receivers out to the left. Here comes Moyer looking to the right this time. Under pressure, he's going to have to run. He's at the 15, to the 10. He's got a first down and hammered as he's going out of bounds. Wow, that was a big-time hit, Brendan.
Big hit.
Yeah.
And as
Jackson
always,
Koval.
Caleb Moyer always gets up. I mean, he is tougher than nails.
And
I'm sure it hurts, but he's not going to let you know it hurts. They always hurt, don't they, Brendan?
You don't ever show it.
You don't show it. Man, that hurt. You just got to talk to yourself about it.
Number 50, Parker Krim, chasing him out of bounds there.
Wow, showing some speed. I thought he was going to catch up with him right there. 1st and goal for the Redskins from the 4. Nouse and Moyer in the backfield. 2 wide receivers set. Nouse gets hit in the backfield, breaks the tackle, and pulls his way into the end zone. Wheels his way into the end zone. That's the 4 hardest yards I think Nouse had to run this year.
That is, I'm telling you, Dan, I've said it before the game. I know Elida's a good football team, but I said it a couple of weeks ago. Wapak's starting to hit on all cylinders, and this is where you want to start playing your best football.
Elida had the right defensive scheme there, sending number 51 on a blitz, and they made contact in the backfield, just could not stop him or slow him down.
The extra point by Beach. extends the Wapak lead to 10 with 4:30 remaining here in the first quarter. The Wapakoneta Redskins 10, the Elida Bulldogs nothing. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981, and I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, FlexSteel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Take my word for it, they are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta.
G.A. Windsor & Son Company, family owned and the original recycler since 1848, celebrating our 175th anniversary. We're proud to be headquartered in Wapakoneta, and our commitment to the community has never changed. We celebrate the hard work of our employees and provide our customers with the best service available in our industry, all while being environmentally conscious. We are proud of our city and proud of our workers. We are G.A. Windsor & Son. Visit us on the web at gawindsor.com.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Josh Bishop and Brendan Wilson for tonight's high school football action, week number 8 here on TSC. The Wapakoneta Redskins and the Elida Bulldogs. Wapak takes their first 2 possessions and gets some points. A nice 36 or 46-yard field goal by Kyle Beach and a 4-yard run by Nouse. And so far, so good. Let's see if Wapak can get another 3 and out defensively. Beach is going to put this one into the end zone. And Elida will be forced to start at their 20-yard line.
Pretty methodical drive there by Wapak, just marching it right down the field, essentially running the same play left and right, just that
one trick play that they tried to pull with the wide receiver throw by Jolly, and Jolly, like I said, puts a little air under it. It's a Caden Page touchdown, but
and I think that's all
the
you have to
penalty
do.
really hurt Elida there.
Oh, that was
and
huge.
Gave them good field position. So here come the Bulldogs, their second possession of the game. Isaac Earl at quarterback, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's going to hand it off.
Nowhere to run.
Not going anywhere.
Stuffed right away by number 76 there on the tackle.
David Etzkorn, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs. Well, I know they want to get him into the game, and he's had a great year running the ball, Josh. But if they can't put the ball up and pass and balance their attack against us, they're in trouble.
They're in big-time trouble.
But I think they're in trouble if they stop Etzkorn from running. I think that's going to be the key, because they have to put the ball up. Wapak's got a lot of interceptions. Here's Earl, throws, and it's caught.
Threading it in the pocket there.
That was a nice pass.
Wow, what
really
a nice pass to Amari Wash, the sophomore.
Nate Metzger, number 5, on the stop there. Wapak in a zone defense on that, and that wide receiver just sat right down in between 3 people.
Yeah, he found him. That was a good throw, too, by Isaac Earl. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, and little positivity in this series so far.
I watched these boys, 7th and 8th grade. Earl and Walsh, they're players. They're really, really good.
Earl's going to throw, and it's going to be a nice catch. That's number 3, David Etzkorn, coming out of the backfield position to catch that one.
Tackled immediately by number 8, Bryson Pack.
And Bryson Pack ain't a real big boy. But
Bryson's had a good year.
Yes, he's had a really good year, and he's came on late in the season with a lot of tackles. But he's not a huge kid, but he has a big-time motor, and he is fast, and he's always at the right spot.
Well, they're going to need him to play well tonight. They're really going to be challenging this Wapak secondary here. They're very pass-heavy offense.
3 wide receivers set. Earl's going to look to the left. They set up the screen, and again, it's Walsh, and Walsh gets up over the 50-yard line. He's got enough for a first down, and the Bulldogs will move the chain with 2:46 remaining here in the first quarter.
And we saw them run the exact same play. That was Schnarry there on the tackle in the last series, and they're having a little bit of success with that. So it'll be expected for them to see that play a couple more times tonight. They like number 4, Wash, here on the offense.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Earl's passing. I mean, he's putting the ball right where he needs to put it. There he goes again. Oh! In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, and he took one hell of a hit by Metzger.
It hit immediately.
Yes, and Metzger hit him so hard, I think the kid felt it next week already. He don't even know he feels it.
Mari Walsh took that hit by Metzger.
Metzger, man, it's senior night. His parents are excited for him. They're here, and, I saw pictures on Facebook today as a little kid, playing over here at the Chiefs. And, you see all these kids. It just goes so fast, and you love to see them have a good night on senior night.
Second and 10 from the 49. Earl's going to hand it off. It's Etzgorn, and Etzgorn with a gain of about 3 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
And Metzger, again, the first player to make contact on that play.
Hey, and anyway, go back to Metzger. I think he was taller than his dad when he was in 4th grade.
Yeah, he's
been
surprisingly
really
tall.
Yes, and his dad's not a big guy. Jamie's not big.
Nope.
But he's got, 6'3", probably all 6'3", Dan, I'm sure.
He's over 6 foot. He's every bit of 6'1", 6'2". 3 wide receivers to the right. Here goes Earl.
Big blitz.
Got a lot of pressure.
And it's going to be picked up by Truesdale.
Wow, quarterback
my.
just nailed right as he was getting the ball off. That was number 64 there, putting the wallop on him. And Truesdale, just look what I found.
Yeah.
Just
Caden Ware with the hit. Oh, my goodness.
They did that play one too many times. And they came and they said, hey, we're going to shut it down.
There was no backside support from that offensive line at all.
None.
And he came unabated to the quarterback, and boy, that was pretty impressive when you think about it, to have Joey Truesdale hold on to that ball.
Yes.
It was like, look what I found.
Well, Elida's going to have to make some adjustments if they want Isaac Earl to make it to the second half.
1st and 10 from the 49, and that's a quick hitch again to Caden Page from Moyer.
And number 7 there, Jackson Koval, the senior, forcing him out of bounds.
I'm telling you, what I'm seeing out of Wapak, and every week, is we're seeing confidence in your receivers, and your quarterback is really coming on his sophomore year.
He's
he
definitely
really
showed a lot of
yes.
maturation, as
yes.
they say.
Yes.
Well, this is a big momentum drive for Wapak here. They need to score so they can really start to pull away in this game.
Fake handoff. It's going to be Moyer rolling right, and he connects.
To number 45, Truesdale.
Hey,
interception.
You said he was going to have a
touchdown
big night tonight. You called it.
Yes, sir. Mr. Truesdale trying to show up and show out for senior night.
Joey Truesdale on the waggle pass coming from his tight end position.
And I'm telling you what, Caleb Moyer,
wow,
his passes are more crisp. His release is faster. I don't know what he's been doing, if it's the Wheaties he's eating in the morning.
I think Joey was surprised he caught that.
I would think he was. But he's zipping. He has a lot of zip on his ball.
Look for Schnarr to get the handoff here. No, it's going to be
they're just going to push him in.
Push into the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow.
And that was a Joey Truesdale drive, man.
And Schnarr giving him the old Bush push for the 2-point conversion.
A 1-yard run by Moyer extends the Wapakoneta lead to 16-0. Let's see if Beach can add another one. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 48 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Wapakoneta takes all 3 of their possessions and gets some points. Off the last one, a great interception there by Joey Truesdale, and a nice receiving play by Joey Truesdale. We'll keep it right here. Let's thank our sponsors, Kill RV Service, Dad's Toy Shop, Home Savings Bank, and our good friends at State Farm, Jimmy Sager. Well, you know what? I've seen a lot of hard hitting this week.
Yeah.
This year. But this week in this game, this is probably some of the hardest hitting I've seen this Wapak team put out there.
And we started seeing it last week with the Kenton game. How many kids do you see get carded off? Not carded off, but hurt last week. 7, 8 of them.
They put the hurt on
was
Kenton.
putting there, and Wapak's just, I said they're coming to their own. They're ready. This is the right time to come on as a football team.
Well,
Still everything in front of you.
Coach Moyer and Coach Truesdale must have made it a point in practice this week to say, we're going to come out, we're going to hit them in the mouth, and we're going to make a physical statement in the first half and really set the tone.
And back deep for Elida is you got your big boy here, Amari Walsh and Etzkorn. But like we always say, you just don't really hear about the other team's return men too much, do you, Dan?
No. And he's kicking against the wind. And we've been blessed with some great weather on Friday nights this year. And a little cloudy tonight, maybe a little chillier than normal. And for the first time, some wind, too. We've got some wind coming from the south. As you can see, the flags moving down there on the south end of the field. And he's kicking right in the wind, and he's still
putting it in the end zone.
It looks a little right to left action on the wind going just across the field, too. I saw him kicking before the game, and it has a little bit of curve before it'll go through the goalpost.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs as Earl connects with Walsh again for a 3-yard gain.
Good defense by number 35 there, Schnari.
He's a beast. He's a beast. I mean, he's
you
been
take
all
those
over
two
the field.
guys. Yeah, you take those two guys, Truesdale and Schnari. I mean, they really had a lot of punch.
Yes.
On both sides of the ball.
Both big, strong boys. Schnari, a really good wrestler, and they come in here and Schnari this is his first year as a starter. I mean, he's got in a little bit last year, but he's not. This is his first, and look how good he's doing. I mean, he's worked hard for where he's at.
I don't think they're going to run a play here. They're going to let the clock run out, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Although the Bulldog coach has something to say to the Zebras out there, but it's not going to matter at this point because it will bring us to the end. They're going to say there was 1 second. What are they going to do? Little confusion out there. Are they going to put a second back on the clock? What do they want to do? Run one play? What do they want to do?
Dan, I really thought with –
Hold on a second. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, Dan, I was just looking over at the visitors section, and I thought, as big as Elida is, I thought I'd see more fans here tonight.
Or even students in the student section.
As good as Elida is, they're only 2 losses on the year. They're still in the hunt for the WBL.
So they are going to put 1 second, and because the players had already moved to the sidelines, the referee came over and said, that's okay, take a break. We're still going to run one more play before we move to the other side of the field with 1 second left on the clock. So,
yeah, maybe we just pick it off and score, and then I'll wish you didn't have that second back.
Yeah, it looks like Elida wanted a timeout there, so they took a timeout. So they're going to come out with 2 wide receivers to the left. We've got motion to the right. Earl's going to look to the right, pumps, throws down the right sideline, and overthrows the intended receiver. And that looks like that was Cobalt.
And great coverage by Grant Jolly out there, really just in his hip pocket the whole time. Great technique. You can't have any better coverage man-to-man down the field.
So that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter with the score. The Wapakoneta Redskins 17, the Elida Bulldogs nothing. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Searching for a career in manufacturing? Flex Machine Tools is located right here in Wapakoneta. Flex has a wide range of products that benefit the manufacturing industry. From the Flex Arm to the Flex Jet, we offer solutions that our customers use throughout the U.S. Flex offers a 401k match, a competitive salary, and a friendly work environment. Do you want to make a difference in American manufacturing? Then visit flexmachinetools.com to view our open positions.
Founded in 1914, Minster Bank has never lost its focus that separates us from every other bank, and that is helping people achieve financial success. At Minster Bank, we take pride in knowing our customers personally. You can expect a relationship with someone who understands your unique needs and can provide the solutions to help. We're Minster Bank, helping you achieve financial success. Minster Bank, minsterbank.com, member FDIC.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Josh Bishop. And our guest host this week, my son, Brendan Wilson, calling the defensive plays, if you will.
It's nice to be back, too.
Yes, we're glad you're here, bro. That was it's been a long time since I got to see you.
There's
Ooh,
a
what a
high
catch.
throw,
Wow.
but a beautiful catch. And on the receiving end is Seth Sharp. He's got enough for a first down, and they'll mark it at the 37-yard line.
He went up, what do they call that, climbing the ladder?
Yeah, he climbed
that
2
ladder.
ladders to get to
Yes.
that ball.
2 ladders. As you mentioned, it is senior night tonight, and I had the honor of interviewing each one of our senior football players, and I'll have a special video with those interviews after this game. And I got to tell you, it never ceases to amaze me how smart, how dedicated, and how intelligent these football players are here at Wapakoneta. Screen
Nice.
pass out to the left to Etzgorn coming out of the backfield.
And
He's going to
Bryson
work his
Pack.
way forward for about a gain of about 5 on a play. Go ahead.
And Bryson Pack just all over him as soon as he caught that. Wapak playing a lot of zone defense tonight, and Elida's really starting to take advantage of it, finding some of those soft pockets.
And Etzcorn, which is 190 pounds, and going against our smaller linebacker and Pack, but a Pack still brings him down open fieldly, which is a great tackle.
2nd and 5, a toss sweep.
Oh,
And trying to bust tackles.
And somebody saw
A nice
something.
hard run by Etzgorn to
Etzgorn.
just get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I saw a face mask maybe. I don't know if the referee did or he saw holding. We'll see what he says.
Well, usually when you have those plays that cut back across the field,
Yes.
there's somebody reaching on the offensive side and usually grabbing some jersey, but it looks like it was a face mask here on one of the Redskins.
So that's going to breathe a little excitement for the Elida faithful.
Boy, do they need it.
They do. They've been just kind of bam, bam, bam getting taken out here. But I can see. What do you think, Brendan? You think Wapak going to adjust here? Are they going to keep playing the same defense?
Well, I think, Wapak's done a pretty good job so far tonight. I wouldn't change anything until you start seeing the offense show you something different.
Earl in the shotgun back there with him is Etzgorn. 2-step drop. He's going to toss it out to Etzgorn and makes him turn around, and he can't catch up with that ball. It was just a little screen to him. He didn't really have a lot of white jerseys in front of him, so I don't know if he would have had a lot of it.
And
lot of
Rampula
green
was
field in
coming
front of him.
full speed ahead towards him. But
Yeah,
Etzgorn we've seen already is a pretty slippery
he's a
guy.
slippery guy, he's big, tough, strong runner, and one of the tougher backs in the league. And Dan, I was going to say, I follow Kyle Harmon on Facebook. I see a lot of things. He does have a really good weight room. He off-season program.
Oh, I got to tell you about that too. That was great, and that's a nice handoff to Etzgorn, yeah, it is Etzgorn, the ball carrier.
And the QB,
Gain of about 8 on the play.
Moyer, the QB, making a nice tackle, coming up the field and trying to plug the hole. I'd look to see Wapak get to be a little bit more aggressive as they're coming down and getting closer to the red zone here. Maybe a little more blitzes on defense or stunts on the line.
3rd and 3 from the 36, just underway. Second quarter action. Wapak up 17-0, and the Bulldogs threatening. Almost a miscue on the snap as they set up another screen, and that one's not going anywhere.
And that is
Maybe
your
a little
man.
trash talking going on there.
That's your man, Brendan.
He's hyped up down there. Schnari is rearing and ready to go and was all over that play. He's been watching film.
Yes, and that's where when you watch that, he's watched film to know where exactly that he was going, and he planted him. That's what you call planting the seed.
Great play
And put him
recognition
down.
there.
I don't know if I should say planting the seed, but he did plant it.
It'll bring up a big 4th down for the Elida Bulldogs, and they can't help but go for it, down 17-0 already. They need to keep their momentum going somehow.
big play here.
Oh, that's going.
Earl's going to move Etzgorn to the left. He's got a little bit of time, throws it across the middle, and it looks like it's caught.
And maybe even some early contact there by Jarrett Mullen trying to catch back up after he let was that number 4 Amari Walsh behind him on that play, and still able to hold on to the ball.
Amari Walsh with a great catch puts the ball inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
I don't know how he fit that ball in there because, I mean, it looked like it just slid right. I really thought it was going to hit our DB's back.
Yeah. If he would have let him a little bit more, it could have been a touchdown play. And that's the kind of plays you have to avoid on Wapak's defense if you're going to keep Elida in check tonight.
Earl hands it off to Etzgorn. Etzgorn with a stutter step. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. No, he's got 2. We'll call it a gain of 2. It'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 8.
And that's as Etzgorn and Walsh and Earl and all these guys, they got to know this is a must.
You got to score.
Scoring drive. They have to score here. They want back in. You cannot let Wapak stop you here, get all the momentum before half, maybe possibly go score again, because they're not built to come back with a defense like Wapak's or vice versa. It's tough to do.
Elida's got some big play potential, but you're right. They've got to keep it close here.
3 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left.
Oh!
And it's knocked down by guess who? 45, Joey Truesdale.
And another big play by the big man, 45, which I'm sure his parents are there. Oh, yep, I see them. They're jumping all over in the stands. Way to go, Joey!
And Isaac Earl just really trying to do too much with it on that play. He was trying to thread it into a pocket that just wasn't there. I don't think Schnarry even moved to touch the ball on that play.
Truesdale.
Oh, Truesdale, sorry.
3rd and goal from the 8. 2 trips out to the right, 1 to the left. Earl's got motion to the left. It's Amari. Low snap, under pressure, and he's going down. Oh, my goodness.
Pack off the edge, and he had a couple plays like that.
Blew through David Etzgorn. Just pushed him back.
He had a couple plays off the edge last week that ended up in a sack, and that's a huge play on goal to go.
He's no bigger than 160 pounds, and he plays like he's 190.
Well, he came with a lot of push, and he lowered that shoulder and just stood Etzgorn up, and with that momentum took him back and was able to get to the quarterback. They're going to bring out the kicking unit and try to at least get some points on the board. The kick is up.
And
the kick is good. So it's 6:51 remaining. The Elida Bulldogs get on the board in their 3rd possession of the game. And that'll cut the lead to 17-3, and we'll keep it right here.
And you saw a little right-to-left action like we were talking about earlier on that kick, just barely squeaking in the left goalpost there. That was a very impressive drive by Elida. They really needed that to save the momentum. And those 3 points that they just got there, that's not to keep them in the game. That's to keep their hopes of keep staying in the game alive. They really need a touchdown and a stop on this drive if they're going to get any sort of momentum going into half. For Wapak here, though, you can really put a nail in the coffin if you can drive the ball down the field, eat up the rest of this quarter, and put some points on the end, or put some more points on the scoreboard before half.
And I'm sorry, guys, out there for everybody to see, but on the kick for the 3 points for Elida, it was Ethan Ramadal.
There you go.
5'10", 175-pound senior. He's got a big leg too. And back deep for Wapak is your one and only Jolly and
squib kick.
Boy, that's a little squib kick, and it takes an Elida bounce.
And Jolly comes up to take it.
Jolly catches it on the run.
Yeah. Hey, I like that.
Interesting strategy there.
You know what? Why let it bounce all the way back, get on it, and be deep in your? He did the right thing.
He's got good hands.
Yes, he's got good hands.
He should be able to pick it up and run.
I mean, if you got nobody in front of you, when I played punt returner, kick returner, Dan, and what we always said, we want to get the ball and
never let it get past you.
Never let it get past you.
Never
You're
let it bounce.
Kamikaze. Go get the ball. If you get hit, you get hit.
You get hit. 1st and 10 from the 35 for the Wapakoneta Redskins. Up 17-3 with 6:48 remaining here in the first half. They've scored on each one of their first 3 possessions. Their third one because of an interception.
Dang.
And that's
Just eating
Jace
them up up
Nouse,
front.
the ball carrier for another 8-yard gain.
Tackled by a host of Elida Bulldogs there. Number 50, Parker Krim, being the first to make contact.
Yeah, and Jay Snouse, and what he does so well is he's kind of patient, and he sees what's going on in the hole, and he had a nice cutback, and he got another 6 yards out of it.
2nd and 2 from the 43. 2 wide receiver set. We've got motion by Hauser, and right behind Hauser is Nouse, and he's got enough for the first down. He was just right on his backside, wasn't he?
Yes, sir.
Number 51, Aiden Bailey, coming down the line there to make contact. And again, making contact at or around the line of scrimmage and just getting dragged an extra 3 or 4 more yards down the field by Nouse.
We'll mark the ball at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Redskins. 5:52 remaining. Moyer to hand it off. Nouse trying to turn the corner. Jumps back to the inside.
And by doing that, Danny got 4 more yards.
He got at least 4. He could have been stopped at the line of scrimmage.
I mean, if he keeps going outside, he might have got a yard. But he cuts back and sees a lane, and it closed quick, but it's still 3 or 4 yards. Better than 1 yard, right? They say, you do 2 or 3, I'd go 4. 4 is better than 1.
I think we've seen that play before. But you know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't break it.
Yep.
2nd and 6 for the 46.
Oh.
Moyers gets his pass that was intended for Caden Page knocked down.
And that looked like number 79 there getting his big mitts up. Kevin McGuire, the senior, 6'2", 300-pound defensive lineman.
And Parker Grimm here, this
Triple
lineman,
extra love in there.
This Elida sophomore, number 50, 6'3", 235 pounds, and he's getting looked at by all kinds of schools already. He's an animal.
And for the amount of guys they have on their defensive line, over 240 pounds, they are really getting pushed back tonight.
Moyer's intended pass for Caden Page is caught inside the 40, and that'll move the chains. That's enough for the first down.
I tell you what, them two are going to be sick. They might put some numbers
That's a
together
great connection.
that nobody's ever going to beat.
Over the next 2 years, yeah.
Starting as a sophomore and sophomores
It's
together.
hard to believe those two are sophomores, isn't it? Isn't that
It's going to
crazy?
be nasty.
Caden Page is a good little athlete.
Yeah.
I was in high school. His brother, Caleb Page, was in my grade. And not one of the tallest guys in my grade, but I think he had probably the biggest set of hands of anybody in my class.
Ryan Sandler's into the game at tight end, and Jace Nouse with another first down inside the 30-yard line at 1st and 10. They'll move the chains again.
Just dragging
another first
Bulldogs
down.
with
I'll
them.
tell you, Dan.
The seniors are really
they're rocking and
stepping
rolling.
up
They're
tonight,
stepping
aren't
up
they?
at senior. They feel it. They think. But something about Jace Nouse that he did not do at the beginning of the year. We were talking about how good Castillo was from Defiance.
Yep.
And how he would push and make things happen. And now we're seeing this out of our back, and he is really looking good.
1st and 10 from the 29, 4:41 remaining. Here's Nouse on the sweep left, over the 20, 15, 10, 5. He's not going to be denied.
Not
And what
even
a senior
touched.
night for this guy.
Nouse to the house, baby.
Well, Elida's defensive coaches are going to be reeling at halftime, wondering what are they going to do to slow down this Wapak run offense, because their defense right now, they had 8 guys in the box there, and Nouse was untouched for 30 yards to the touch.
He just made all the right cuts, though. He made all the right moves,
yes.
boy. You got to love that.
Ooh,
And
rare
that
miss
beach
there.
extra point is his first miss of the year. His first extra point miss of the year. With 4:33 remaining in the half, Wapak tacks on another 6. It's 23-3. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Camping is one of America's oldest pastimes, so why lose a minute of family fun when your RV needs service or repair? At Kill RV Service, we offer you the best in service and repairs. Your site or our site, our experienced team will thoroughly inspect and professionally repair your camper or RV so you don't miss a minute of fun. We do insurance and extended warranty repairs and have a complete array of parts in stock. Nobody works harder to keep you camping safely than Kill RV. Call or visit us in Salina or online at killrv.com.
Are you having trouble making decision about where to go for your hearing care? Well, let us help you cut through the noise. Hear what our patients have to say about us here at Auglaze and Sydney Audiology.
Auglaze Audiology has always been a wonderful experience. I have taken both of my little ones there for their preschool examinations, and my kids just love them.
Vanessa is such a calm and interesting audiologist who explains everything so thoroughly.
Don't trust your hearing care to just anyone. See the professionals at Auglaze and Sydney Audiology.
Personal service. That's Home Savings Bank. Locally owned and operated, Home Savings Bank takes pride in being part of the Wapakoneta community since 1941. Home Savings Bank continues to offer more services like online bill pay, ID Theft Smart, a mobile banking app, home mortgage and equity loans, construction loans, lines of credit, savings accounts, IRAs, and more. All with friendliness, integrity, and the personal service you deserve. Home Savings Bank in downtown Wapakoneta.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
This is Jimmy from Jimmy Sager State Farm in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Stop in our office at 201 East Auglaze Street or call 419-738-7506 or check us out on the web at jimmysager.com for your free, no-obligation quote.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Josh Bishop and our special guest Brendan Wilson in the booth for week number 8 of high school football here on TSC. Beach, after missing that extra point, puts this one into the end zone, and the Bulldogs will start 1st and 10 from their 20. Want to thank our sponsors once again tonight, our friends at Flex Machine Tools, Minster Bank, Miller's Corral. Can't say enough about Ted Miller and his crew and his family business that I've come to know for nearly 40 years. Ted does a great job, great prices. He'll always beat the big box stores. He'll come and take away your old appliance, install your new appliance. And one of the best guys in Wapak and best supporters any community can have, Miller's Corral. 1st and 10 for the Elida Bulldogs from their 20-yard line. Earl in the shotgun. He's going to throw it as like a toss pass, if you will, and that's not going anywhere to Headscorn.
And you had a host of guys in there, didn't you?
Yeah, they were all over that shovel pass. That was number 64 and 51, Wyatt Buell and Caden Ware there, both making contact at about the same time, not fooled for a second.
Tell you what, man, it's not that our defensive line and they're not just physical and fast, they're smart. And they do their homework, and they really do know what's going on. I mean, to be a good defense, you got to know what you're doing out there.
Yeah, no question about it. These guys really, and after interviewing each and every one of them, both offensively and defensively, I was even more impressed. And again, another high throw, but a nice catch there by Hawley.
And I feel like it might be the same kid, wasn't it? Wasn't that
or
him?
It's Hawkey, I'm sorry.
Hawkey, Keaton Hawkey. I went
another
to school with his mom. Yep, she went to school at Wapak.
Well, we knew this was going to be one of the challenges for the Elida offense coming in. They're playing against a defense that basically already knows their playbook. They see it every week in practice. So what are they going to do to show the Wapak something new here?
Right.
2 wide receivers set. 3rd and 1 yard to go. It's going to be a handoff to Adscorn, and Adscorn gets beat up. Not even back to the line of scrimmage.
Wyatt Buell blowing the play up, just running through his man on the offensive line and making contact.
What is going on that line tonight? Yes. Man, oh man.
They are on fire, Dan. I mean, they're blowing right through their men.
And they're playing fired up, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You can see the energy on the field. They want to make a statement tonight that they should be at the top of the WBL.
And that, you know what? Wyatt Buell's another sophomore. Tell you what, we got a lot of these kids for a lot of years.
2:53 remaining. There's a timeout on the field, but we'll keep it right here. One of the things that I was impressed with, that each and every one of these kids that I interviewed, each and every one of the seniors said a couple things that kind of mimicked each other. And one of them was obviously playing young, playing midget football, and how important that was to them. The other one was their willingness as well as their consistency of getting in the weight room.
Yes, right.
And the coaches that push them every step of the way at every level.
And that's showing tonight. They're playing some physical football, and not only that, they're making some high IQ plays, just like that with number 64, Caden Ware, almost blocking the punt.
Boy, and that's going to put the ball in excellent field position for the Wapakoneta Redskins on 4th and 1. They brought out the punting unit. I thought maybe they were going to go for it on that one, but they obviously thought otherwise after taking that, or Wapak took the timeout.
Hard to blame them there. You know, their defense hasn't done enough during this game, and you're really making some risks for yourself if you go for it and don't make it there. But really, their punting didn't help them out much more than going for it would have.
This is the second time that Wapak's going to start on the Elida side of the field, 1st and 10 from their own 41, from the Elida 41, I should say. And Caden Page sidesteps a guy near the 20-yard line after he gets pushed out.
And that looked like number 1 for Elida just being left in the – or sorry, that was number 7, Jackson Kovalt. He really bit on that juke, and he is still trying to find his jockstrap.
Caden Page has done just an awesome job all year long with that first step after the catch. He's so well aware where that defender is. Here's Naus up over the 25 to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Jace Naus.
He's having himself a night, Dan.
And this is
the senior with a 25-yard touchdown run.
This is starting to get real ugly for Elida. They are not even diving at his feet anymore.
Like they didn't show up. Well, anyway, guys, I don't have any notes anymore because somebody opened the door behind us and all my stuff blew out the window. And somebody's down there is probably reading what I'm writing, and they can't understand a thing. That's scratch, you know.
So at 2:38 remaining here in the half, that was a quick score by the Wapakoneta Redskins to extend their lead to 30-3, and we'll keep it right here because we're having fun tonight, boy. This senior night, great crowd on hand here on the Wapakoneta side. We want to salute all the seniors, not only the football players, but also the cheerleaders and the other athletes that appeared here for senior night prior to the game, and we'll show that to you at the end of the game as well. But a beautiful night for football. Week number 8. This is the kind of momentum Wapakoneta needs against a team like Bath. And, of course, can't look down the road too far as the Elida Bulldogs 6-1 coming into this week ahead of the Western Buckeye League, looming out there as the
and that'll be
game
right
of the
here in
week.
Wapakoneta.
Yeah, thank goodness it's a home game.
And it'll probably be snowing by then. I think the weather's about to change on us. Beautiful night tonight, though. I would take this all year long.
This is great football weather, that's for sure.
This is exactly what you want. Definitely.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I'm going to lose it all.
I know. We got a lot of people coming into the booth tonight, and with the windows open, everything just seems to go a little haywire here, but I don't even know if you can hear the slamming of the door when people come in and out or not. I'm not sure, but
the booth is turning into one of those money pits where they blow the dollars around, and we're sitting here trying to catch the rosters and the stats.
Papers are everywhere.
Well, Elida decided they were going to try to return that ball, and they brought it out to the 16-yard line is where they'll start. They would have been better off just letting it go into the end zone.
Well, Elida's just got to prove that they can move the ball at this point. They need a little hope going into halftime, because right now they are starting to really fall apart here.
And
Mari Walsh was in motion there, but it's going to be a handoff to Edscorn, and Edscorn with a gain of about 4. It'll bring up 2nd and 6, so we'll call it maybe 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Edscorn's a good back. I mean, he's powerful, he has great vision, and they try to do that. They bring that your receiver across, trying to get your eyes towards him, and then do a cut back to your Edscorn. And
If the linebackers are
not fooled by it. They have studied their film.
Not buying it, man. 2nd and 4 from the 22.
What do we got here?
Got a flag, and it's not a delay of game.
It's something on
False start.
It's something on Elida.
Yep.
If they were too many men on the false start. You got it.
Before everyone got set, somebody already jumped.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
Somebody on the line.
He's probably thinking about his girlfriend or something. Right?
Homecoming was last week.
Yeah.
I don't know when it is for
We're
Elida.
definitely not thinking about the game right now. I wouldn't be.
2nd and 9. Edscorn gets slammed to the ground.
And them are the ones that hurt.
Wow.
Bouncing your head right off that turf.
Number 64, Caden Ware, putting some WWE moves on Edscorn there.
And he hasn't wrestled in a year or two, but Caden Ware was a great wrestler.
He was.
Yes. So I think he's focused more on football now. But
yeah.
Well, that was a great hip toss.
yes.
I think Caden had a torn labrum. Is that what he did?
And I think he's back, and I got to think he's getting looked. I mean, he's a big kid. I think he'd be a great defensive end in the next level.
3rd and 7. And under pressure is Earl trying to get out of it. Up to the 20.
And he should have just went down a while ago because he just got lit up.
This team is really hitting tonight.
Yeah, they're showing up.
This is a statement game for the Wapakoneta Redskins.
That was Pack there putting the pressure on him early, and Metzger coming in for the cleanup there.
Metzger just, you love to see the seniors come out and just play such a game, to remember. They want their parents to remember, hey, they're putting it all in the field tonight.
Yeah.
And it's showing.
And I think what you're also starting to see is the drawback for Elida playing those key skill positions, the DBs, the wide receivers, the running backs. They all play both ways.
Yeah,
and
right.
Wapak does the same thing, though.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like Nouse isn't playing that much,
but they rotate Nouse in. He'll get a break.
And
here
they
linebacker.
rotate with Moyer too. They put in Moyer every once in a while, but
you're not seeing these Elida players really get rotated out, especially on defense. And on defense is where they're starting to
especially when you're offense and defensive line, where you're pushing and pulling. Yeah. And and in this kind of game, you're getting wore out.
Yeah, and you could see it on that last run. Nouse going untouched the end zone. Yeah. Number 4 maybe had a shot to dive at his feet and just decided to lay up. And it's probably a consequence of him playing both ways all night tonight.
They're bringing out the punting unit, and this will be the 3rd 3 and out for the Elida Bulldogs tonight. Throwing an interception and a 3-yard field goal, and that's about all their offense tonight. That's not a bad-looking punt. Caught by Jolly at the 43. He's trying to turn down the right sideline, up over the 50 as he gets tackled there.
And what an athlete. We'll go there. I know he's not a senior, but Grant
Seth
Jolly.
Sharp.
Grant Jolly. He's going to, I didn't know if we told you this, but he got a scholarship, full ride to NC State for baseball. He's a really good pitcher, throwing about 89, 90 mile an hour, and he can do it all. He can bat like crazy, too. So, yeah, and
always good to have those multi-sport athletes, especially
and
the ones
back next year.
Yeah,
all right.
Another year.
Well, we'll see if he decides to keep playing or if his baseball aspirations.
And that's what worries me a little bit because I know that happens with the baseball coaches. They always like, hey, we'd like you to take it easy.
One wide receiver set. Walpaw continuing to run the ball with Nouse. Nouse up over the 40.
Dude, he's a machine tonight.
Down to about the 34-yard line.
And he was 15 yards downfield before Seth Sharp there on the stop.
Walpaw in the hurry-up offense with 31 seconds remaining here in the half. 1st and 10 from the 33. They want to tack on some more points. Flags are flying as the pass
looks like an illegal formation
completed to Ryan Walter.
Probably an illegal formation here on Wapaw's offense.
And that was Presley good on the catch. Oh, no, that was Ryan Walter. Why did I say Presley Good? Ryan Walter. I mean, he's and we got him back too next year. He's a junior, and he hangs out around the house once in a blue moon. And I tell you what, he's dedicated to the weight room, and he lifts all the time, and he's coming into his own. I think Wapak's going to be good for a long, long time.
Here's one thing you can't teach. No matter how much you lift as far as, weights, or no matter how big you get, the one thing you can't teach in this game is speed.
Speed.
And one of the things that I've noticed about this team this year is how quick they are.
Yeah,
we've seen it on display tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, when they come off the ball, they come with some speed.
Yes.
And defensively, they're pursuing with speed as well. They're making a lot of plays in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage.
23 seconds remaining. Moyer has time, steps up, rolls right. There's a flag in the area of holding, even though Jolly comes down with the ball and gets tripped out of bounds inside the 15. And I think they're going to bring it back.
Number 4, Amari Wash. Yeah, just some holding in the backfield as Moyer tried to get out of the pocket there. Maybe even a little block in the back, holding. Yep.
And what a step up. I mean, Caleb, just the awareness he's come around with the offensive line, really giving him a lot of protection tonight. But he steps up, and just looking downfield and making plays. I'm telling you, man, I am excited about this football team.
This has been interesting because going into the game, Elida has been one of the most penalized teams in the WBL, and Wapak was the least. And I don't think we've seen any penalties.
Another one.
And there's another one on Wapak. Wow. Good point, Brendan. Yeah, even though they're playing a good game tonight, a physical game here tonight, and they're up 30-3 with 6 seconds remaining in the half, they have seen their share of yellow hankies here tonight, more than we've seen all year long, right, Josh?
Yeah. Wapak's least penalized team in the league, and they've been doing really good, but this drive might have put them right last because we've had, 4 in a row here?
Jeez.
3?
Four in a row.
Yes, and that is a no-no. But
Coach Moyer is going to be talking about that tomorrow in film. You know that for sure.
Well, I'm surprised they're just not running out the ball, though. I mean, it just
at this
surprises
point,
me that they're trying to throw in each and every one of these plays, and they're going to set it up to just take a knee, and that's going to bring us to the end of the first half here in Wapakoneta. The 5-2 Wapakoneta Redskins, the 5-2 Elida Bulldogs. But Wapaks on the positive side, they're on the better half of this game right now, 30-3 here at Wapakoneta. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Elevation Chiropractic, formerly known as Kantner Chiropractic, has been serving Wapakoneta and the surrounding communities for 30-plus years of generational quality chiropractic care. Elevation Chiropractic is unique as we utilize numerous techniques to accommodate our patient as well as their condition. In addition to chiropractic care, we now offer cutting-edge technologies such as spinal decompression as well as Class 4 laser therapy. As a former Redskin alumni, Dr. Michael Nagel would like to wish all the Wapak athletes a successful and healthy season. Visit us at elevationchiroohio.com or contact us at 419-738-4373 to see how we can elevate your health.
Do you know the dollar value of your largest asset? I'm committed to volunteering my time to help you determine the value of your home with a free market valuation. Every month or quarter, you receive a statement for your other valuable assets, so why not know the value of your home? By contacting or connecting with me, we can set up an appointment to take a quick look at your home and determine the value of your largest asset. Give me a call at 419-773-9583 or click to connect to my website to get started.
Searching for a career in manufacturing? Flex Machine Tools is located right here in Wapakoneta. Flex has a wide range of products that benefit the manufacturing industry. From the Flex Arm to the Flex Jet, we offer solutions that our customers use throughout the U.S. Flex offers a 401k match, a competitive salary, and a friendly work environment. Do you want to make a difference in American manufacturing? Then visit flexmachinetools.com to view our open positions. Tonight's game is being brought to you by the following: Merit Real Estate, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, Elevation Chiropractic, Miller's Corral, Minster Bank, Flex Machine Tools, G.A. Windsor & Son, State Farm Insurance, Home Savings Bank, Auglaze Audiology, Kill RV Service, Dad's Toy Shop, and Wilson One Communications.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
This is Jimmy from Jimmy Sager State Farm in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Stop in our office at 201 East Auglaze Street or call 419-738-7506 or check us out on the web at jimmysager.com for your free, no-obligation quote.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs.
Founded in 1914, Minster Bank has never lost its focus that separates us from every other bank, and that is helping people achieve financial success. At Minster Bank, we take pride in knowing our customers personally. You can expect a relationship with someone who understands your unique needs and can provide the solutions to help. We're Minster Bank, helping you achieve financial success. Minster Bank, minsterbank.com, member FDIC.
Camping is one of America's oldest pastimes, so why lose a minute of family fun when your RV needs service or repair? At Kill RV Service, we offer you the best in service and repairs. Your site or our site, our experienced team will thoroughly inspect and professionally repair your camper or RV so you don't miss a minute of fun. We do insurance and extended warranty repairs and have a complete array of parts in stock. Nobody works harder to keep you camping safely than Kill RV. Call or visit us in Salina or online at killrv.com.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta High School. It's halftime between the Wapakoneta Redskins and the Elida Bulldogs. Wapak winning 30-3 on a beautiful night for football. I want to thank our sponsors for tonight. Of course, our friends at G.A. Windsor & Son, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, and, of course, our friends at Auglaze Audiology. And joining me right now from Auglaze Audiology and Sydney Audiology is Dan Lee. Dan, your better half, Vanessa, is she here tonight or not?
She is here tonight, yeah. I was just saying before we went on tonight, my son Jonah is in the alumni band tonight, and he'll be out on the field. So Vanessa came with her grandson and enjoying the beauty of the stadium and the great setting that we have here in Wapakoneta.
Well, before we get started, I want to thank you for your sponsorship for our football game this year. It's nice to be back doing the games again for Wapakoneta and our good friends at TSC. They have been so nice to bring us back, and so far so good. It looks like they may go to 6-2 after tonight's game, and then onward to Bath, and then finishing the season.
Salina?
What looks like it's going to be a great game with Salina.
Yeah, Salina's got a tough team, and I hope it comes down to that game. So it's a big game, and everybody turns out and supports our athletes. They give so much during the season to be out there and play, and it'll be a great time to see us go and beat Salina.
Let's talk a little bit about your background here in Wapakoneta. Of course, you played high school sports. You were on the soccer side of things.
Yep.
Let's talk about your experiences playing sports here in Wapakoneta.
Wow.
Hey, growing up here.
Yeah, my class was the first class to graduate from Wapakoneta with the soccer program. So that was a great honor. And then also during my tenure here at Wapakoneta, I ran track, and I was actually the most valuable player in track, which is something done by points back in that time. And Mark Cook, the track coach for Wapakoneta, was my coach, and then Howard Overman, who went down to New Bremen, was one of my coaches. And then I was honored to come back, and I coached both the soccer team for several seasons, and I was a coach on the track team. So sports in Wapakoneta and I have been together for a long, long time.
It's got to be very gratifying, too, to see that soccer program grow and all the wonderful things that have happened with the new field and with the emergence of the ladies program and the growth not only in high school but also at the younger levels as well. That entire program has really exploded, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's weird. I look back to 1984, and I was playing with young men out at right across from the old high school, where all the geese like to come and play, and that's where we kind of started. And then we went to Buckland. We played our games in Buckland at that school, and then we played a little bit here at the football field. And then after I left, Ryan Pettyfield was built, and what a great facility. I mean, we have so many nice facilities here in Wapakoneta, from our PAC to our football field to our baseball field, our softball field, tennis courts. Our citizens take care of our schools, and our schools take care of our citizens.
And, of course, your love for the community has led you to run for mayor, and of course you spent some time on city council, but you are mayor-elect of Wapakoneta starting in 2024, and you have to be pretty excited about that as well.
Yeah, to be given the opportunity, I tell people that I'm humble for the opportunity and honored to serve.
Sure.
And that's how I truly feel that, I've been given a gift to serve. And what a great community to serve in. We've got so many great businesses that support us, that support the schools and the kids. And we have so many great parks. We're getting a new All Abilities Park out here at Harmon. We've got the beautiful water park that we can go to in the summer. This community is a community that cares about each other, and it shows. It shows.
Well, this is my 40th year in broadcasting, and having started with Waxy 92 in 1983.
Out in Moulton, right?
Out in Moulton.
Yeah.
And living here in this community over that period of time, to see the metamorphosis this town has taken is just amazing. And today is First Fridays while we're doing this game, and of course it'll be on replay. And First Fridays is just a wonderful way to showcase all the great stores and vendors that are downtown, but it showcases the community. Why don't you talk a little bit about that and the partnership and the cooperation with the Chamber of Commerce and the downtown partnership, the specialty stores.
I have people that, as I go around to talk to other mayors and talk to them about how their cities are, every one of them say, how are you doing this? How is Wapakoneta's downtown so vital? How do you have all your businesses are full? You don't have empty buildings downtown. And I tell them, we have people that have stepped up. I don't want to drop names, but we have some great citizens that have really come together to say we care about the downtown, we care about the quality of life of Wapakoneta, and we're going to invest in the downtown. And that shows. I mean, we had First Friday tonight. The streets were packed with families. I was walking down the streets and I saw little ones and big ones and moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas.
It was packed at lunchtime today.
It was.
Yeah. When I was downtown. So let me tell you, there was good traffic here, all in all.
And then we have a new business that stepped up and wanted to do something fun, and they asked business leaders and leaders in the community to come in and do a dunk tank on October the 5th. And it was a little chilly.
If it was last Friday, you'd have been all right.
Last Friday, Monday would have been great.
This week, earlier this week in the 80s, and then the temperature changed for tonight. But I'm sure you handled that and had a lot of fun too.
We did. We had a line of people throwing softballs at the dunk tank, and we had a microphone, so I was jeering and cheering the little ones, and my wife decided to step up, and her first throw she hit dead on the knot, and so I was in the dunk tank. So she's got a wicked right arm. Don't mess with Vanessa Farley, main name Farley. she can throw the rock.
Is that what you do? You use her maiden name when she puts you down? Is that it? Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. I see how that works. Hey, listen, before we let you go, let's talk a little bit about some of your plans for 2024 as mayor of Wapakoneta. What are you thinking?
So there's some projects that we need to complete. We've got a water loop that we want to complete out in the Veterans Park area that's going to help Walmart and all those businesses on the southeastern side of Wapakoneta. We've got a new water tower that we're going to be putting up, which is going to help with the amount of water that's in the air. And what they say is you want about 2 days of water in the air. And what that does is if we lose electricity, we're still going to have 2 days of water. And we're still going to be able to do things, and that's a safety issue, and then it'll also help with the water pressure.
Yeah.
We just turned on the new water treatment, and we have changed a little bit of the process that we do water now, and it's gonna help the lines in your house not be calcified. So, some really cool things are going on that way. I want to continue to look to our parks and look at how we can increase the quality of life for our citizens.
Absolutely.
So, I'll be looking at our parks and helping with making sure those are maintained and expanded. So real excited about some of those opportunities that are going to come before us in 2024. It's going to be a great time to be in Wapakoneta. And especially April 8th, the solar eclipse. That's going to be awesome.
Oh, that's going to be great. Well, I'm one of 11 kids, and I already have, most of them coming, so I don't know what to do. I might have to put a tent out back or something, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to showcase Wapakoneta. That's for sure. Dan Lee, him and his wife, Vanessa Lee, they own All Glaze in Sydney Audiology. Dan, of course, is mayor-elect for Wapakoneta for 2024. A great citizen, a great athlete, and a great supporter of Wapakoneta. Dan Lee has been our guest. Dan, thank you so very much for joining us.
Thanks, Big Dan. I really look forward to the next years to come, and go Redskins.
Yeah, and thank you for your support of Wapakoneta and for your support of our broadcast as well.
You're welcome.
We'll be back with second half action after this timeout.
Are you having trouble making a decision about where to go for your hearing care? Well, let us help you cut through the noise. Hear what our patients have to say about us here at All Glaze and Sydney Audiology.
All Glaze Audiology has always been a wonderful experience. I have taken both of my little ones there for their preschool examinations, and my kids just love them.
Vanessa is such a calm and interesting audiologist who explains everything so thoroughly.
Don't trust your hearing care to just anyone. See the professionals at All Glaze and Sydney Audiology.
Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981, and I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, FlexSteel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Take my word for it, they are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta.
G.A. Windsor & Son Company, family owned and the original recycler since 1848, celebrating our 175th anniversary. We're proud to be headquartered in Wapakoneta, and our commitment to the community has never changed. We celebrate the hard work of our employees and provide our customers with the best service available in our industry, all while being environmentally conscious. We are proud of our city and proud of our workers. We are G.A. Windsor & Son. Visit us on the web at gawindsor.com.
Personal service. That's Home Savings Bank. Locally owned and operated, Home Savings Bank takes pride in being part of the Wapakoneta community since 1941. Home Savings Bank continues to offer more services like online bill pay, ID Theft Smart, a mobile banking app, home mortgage and equity loans, construction loans, lines of credit, savings accounts, IRAs, and more. All with friendliness, integrity, and the personal service you deserve. Home Savings Bank in downtown Wapakoneta.
Hi, I'm Alan Davis, and here at Alan Davis Insurance, we strive to be your solutions provider. As a business owner and an active farmer, I know the challenges firsthand that you face to run your business and your farm. Give us a call, 419-738-7447, for your auto, home, life, farm, commercial, crop, and financial services. Or check us out on the web at AlanDavisInsurance.com.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Big Dan Wilson, Josh Bishop, and Brendan Wilson bringing you tonight's action. The Wapakoneta Redskins 30, the Bulldogs 3 here at halftime, and it's been all Wapakoneta here in the first half, Josh.
Yeah, Dan, I tell you what, when I walked out after halftime, I walked down, and a lot of the fans are like, what did Elida do to make Wapak so angry? I'm like, I know, they are playing like an angry football team.
Wow, that is a great description.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing. They're playing angry.
And I think it's about time too, because I don't want to say they've been sedentary, but they've been playing good ball. They've been playing finesse football, but tonight the hits are coming by the bunches.
Very physical football.
You look at this team coming into this game, and they're 5-2. Now I don't care who's at quarterback or what, but they had a strong team defensively coming into this game. They started this game in that first half with a 3-and-out, an interception, a field goal, a 3-and-out, and a 3-and-out.
Right.
I mean, it was just terrible. Wapak started with a field goal, which was, I think, an accomplishment by Elida to stop him, but then a touchdown by Nouse, a touchdown by Moyer, a touchdown by Nouse. I mean, it's just been
brutal
tonight.
Elida is just feeling the wrath of it. And they don't even know no answer. And just like that, Kyle Beach with a really good kick right out of the end zone, and Etzkorn and Walsh with no return once again.
And Brendan, defensively, the Wapakoneta Redskins have really been shutting them down, right?
Yeah, I talked with Coach Moyer before the game, and he gave me 2 keys to focus on throughout the game. He said, we got to win the turnover battle, and we got to win at the line of scrimmage.
And that's what I think is happening.
Yeah.
There's no
what
question
keys did he
about
give you? Did he give them to, like, his new car? Because maybe we can go joyriding in it.
Trips out to the right for Earl. Earl takes the snap. He's going to look right. They're going to try to set up that bubble screen out there. It's connected to number 7, Kovalt. And Kovalt spins away from a tackler and manages to get a gain of about 7 on the play. Little positivity.
And every time we say that, and I hear it on the announcements, I'm thinking of the Chevy Cobalt, and that the Kovalt, with his name, it's a little different, but there's some different names tonight. I haven't heard all year.
2 wide receivers out to the left. Earl back there with his go-to guy, Etzkorn. No running play. They're going to decide to pass it. Throws it out once again, and this time it's Kovalt on the receiving end, rustled out of bounds, but not after he gets a first down, up over the 35-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that was number 22, Jarrett Mullen, on the stop there. And Elida here really starting to find a little bit of rhythm to start the half, and going back to where they had success earlier in the game, finding those soft pockets in the Wapak zone defense.
Yeah, you said that earlier, yeah. And going to Jarrett Mullen, which I know because he lives right down the street. He's been sick all week, but he came back yesterday and don't look like he's missing a beat.
3 wide receivers left. Earl's going to be forced to run. He stops and throws before he gets over the line of scrimmage, and a big hit there after he connects with his wideout. Or no, that's Etzkorn, the fullback.
Man, and Mullins definitely not looking sick after that hit. He laid the wood down on Etzkorn there. Etzkorn's going to need a little milk tomorrow. His bones might be hurting.
Boy, I'll tell you, Mullins has had a couple of good weeks, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. And he's not a real big guy.
Offensively and defensively, and just.
And see, our first year playing midget football out at Uniopolis, he was our running back, and man, was he a beast.
2nd and 1 from the 45. They're still going to throw the ball. And Earl's going down the middle of the field. It looks like it's going to be picked off, and it is.
And he just jumped right in front of the receiver. That ball hung up there.
Caden Page.
How long did that hang up there? I'd say at least 17 seconds.
Yeah, he left a little too much air under that, and with the skill that Wapak has on defense, Jolly
you can't do that, right?
Yeah, you can't leave it like that. The receiver, number 7, Kovalt, had maybe a step or two on Jolly, and if he would have let him, he might have had a shot.
Shot at it, man. And then, and we got to go back. Elida's missing their big dog quarterback, since week 2, I think. But as they say, their quarterback's coming into his own. But I don't think he's seen a defense like this all year.
1st and 10 for the Redskins from their own 25. Moyer throws out the screen to the left.
Ooh.
And that was a high tackle there. Wow. No flag. Jolly's looking at the official saying, what's going on? He's holding his head, too. And he's talking to the official, and there's no flag. And it looks like
59's hurting pretty
that
good.
was some kind of a twist on his head. So we got 2 players that are hurting after that play. With 10:18 remaining, there's going to be an injury timeout on the field. And since we just started the second half, we'll keep it right here. I want to thank our sponsors once again for this broadcast all year long. You saw our halftime guest, Dan Lee, him and his wife, Vanessa Lee, from Auglaize Audiology and Sydney Audiology. Home Savings Bank, as always, G.A. Windsor & Son. And, you know, Josh, we can't say enough about Gus Windsor and Sean Windsor and their continued support for many, many years of the Wapakoneta community. There's a lot of things that they put their stamp on.
Yep, they do, man. They do. They put it all out there for us. And I'm thankful they do.
Also want to give a shout-out to our friends at Minster Bank, Miller's Corral, Elevation Chiropractic, Alan Davis Insurance Agency, and as we've mentioned over the last couple of weeks, in fact, 2 weeks ago, Alan had open heart surgery, recovering nicely. Had a chance to see him and speak with him several times, and he's getting better every day. So
that's good to hear.
Lots of thoughts and prayers to the Davis family, and yeah, it is good to hear.
You might be breaking some HIPAA laws by telling everyone that, though.
You would know. You are in that field. Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah,
man, you're on air. You're talking about his surgery. You're.
Yeah, but he's not a doctor.
That's fair, I guess.
But he did stay. You did stay at a Holiday Inn the other day. Man, good times up here with Brendan. Telling Dan, I haven't seen Brendan since the senior year, maybe right out of college or right out of high school.
Yeah, one of the things that you mentioned, I think it was right around that time frame. In fact, maybe his sophomore, more like his junior year. When you really felt the culture change around here.
Well, that was when Coach Fry came.
Yep, Coach Fry came.
That was my junior year back in 2011.
And
he said more than 7 in 2011. That was his line, as in 7 wins.
Yeah, and it did. Then we started having fun, and then we kind of gave it up for a while, and then Moyer steps in and just took it to the next level. You know,
no question about it.
Yeah, it's nice to see how he's kind of taken and expanded upon the culture here at Wapak, and you know it's pretty clear that these players are not just well coached, but they've also been spending the time staying in shape, staying in the locker room or the weight rooms. You know, putting in the time and work here to be a well-rounded team.
Yeah, and it shows because you don't go out here, you don't go and toe-to-toe with Marion Local. And I know they're Division 7. Anybody can say what they want, but Marion Local is a powerhouse. And they have one of the best weight programs in the country. Or I'd say probably the country. Actually, I should. But it's definitely in the state. And Wapak, you don't do that unless you're in the weight room 365 days a year. I mean, you know, I don't know if it's that many. It's a lot, though, because I took my boys many mornings at 5:45 to
lifting starts first thing
in the morning.
And they are showing it, winning at the line of scrimmage tonight.
Picking up 2nd and 6 for the Redskins. And that little toss out to the left is going to be completed to Caden Page. He's going to fall forward and have enough for the first down.
Forced out of bound there by number 7 and number 3, David Etzkorn and Jackson Kovalt.
Yeah, Caden got up a little bit slow on that. I don't know if he got kind of hit wrong, but he's back. He didn't stay down too long, so he's okay.
Moyer hands it off to Nouse. Nouse needs to break a couple tackles, and he does, but not after he gets another 5 yards. If you look at the stats as far as running the ball, Nouse, 7.1 yards a carry.
He's doing
this year, coming into this game.
And he's just lighting it up. And I tell you what, even if Woody would be proud. You know, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. He's getting +4. You know,
that's just amazing.
That average is going up after tonight.
Yes, it's been a big day.
2 wide receivers set for the Redskins. Hand off again. Nouse turns the corner, cuts it back to the inside, over the 50, over the 40, finds that other gear, 20, 10, 5,
Man.
touchdown Redskins.
He's having himself a night. And I don't know what yardage-wise he has, but he's got to be close to that school record. I mean, he's had 4 big runs. He's got to be over the 200-yard mark. What do you think, Brendan?
58-yard touchdown run for Naus.
Well, funny enough, that record might actually be set by my classmate, Connor Pickens.
It is, yes.
By Elida, first game of the season back in 2011.
Probably right, yeah. Connor was a heck of a back, too, wasn't he? He was a heck of a back.
The snap, the place, the kick is up and good. And with 8:48 remaining in the third quarter, the Wapakoneta Redskins take it to the house again, thanks to Naus. 37-3, the Wapakoneta Redskins up. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Alan Davis. And here at Alan Davis Insurance, we strive to be your solutions provider. As a business owner and an active farmer, I know the challenges firsthand that you face to run your business and your farm. Give us a call, 419-738-7447, for your auto, home, life, farm, commercial, crop, and financial services. Or check us out on the web at alandavisinsurance.com.
Camping is one of America's oldest pastimes, so why lose a minute of family fun when your RV needs service or repair? At Kill RV Service, we offer you the best in service and repairs. Your site or our site, our experienced team will thoroughly inspect and professionally repair your camper or RV so you don't miss a minute of fun. We do insurance and extended warranty repairs and have a complete array of parts in stock. Nobody works harder to keep you camping safely than Kill RV. Call or visit us in Salina or online at killrv.com.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. The Redskins 37, the Bulldogs 3. The 5-2 Bulldogs 3.
Soon to be 5-3.
Back deeper, Walsh and Etzkorn. And, what do I see? I see raindrops.
And into the rain and wind. Again, against the wind. I don't care if it's going right to left, left to right. He's still kicking against the wind, and he still put it out there.
I don't know. I just think I took a raindrop to the throat because something's got tickling there, man. Wow. But no, what I was going to say about, I talked to Naus's dad, my stepdad. I said, what the heck did you feed him? He said, what I do every Friday morning, biscuits and gravy. I think we need to get some more kids some biscuits and gravy on Friday mornings.
I think there was some growth hormone in his biscuits and
wet
gravy.
flour and dry flour. That's what that is. To the left, to the right. Earl under pressure. It looks like he's going down.
Peck, again, doesn't know what to say. He's just too good.
He's speechless on that
He
sack.
looked like he was trying to do the Bosa pose. And I don't think he's big enough for that.
Yeah, not at 5'9", but boy, is he quick.
He is quick.
You know, one of the things, too, that I love about these guys, and I loved watching Brendan play, is how you wrap up.
Yeah.
You know, once you make contact, you just got to wrap up. And these kids do that. I mean, when you make one-on-one tackles like that, and you do that consistently,
it's frustrating on
that's
offense.
Fundamental tackles, man. That's great.
And it's a stark contrast to what you're seeing on the opposite side of the ball there. That's number 45, Truesdale, with a big smackdown. Probably didn't even need to hit it at that point. It could have just sailed over his head.
Yeah,
but I think Truesdale wants some more action. He said, hey, I want that ball. I want to score again. Oh, he didn't get he actually didn't score the first time. This time he wants in the end zone.
That attitude's got to come with the cowboy collar.
Yeah. I tell you what, and like we've said earlier, yes, as me and Dan were at the Marion local game and the Defiance game, this is a different attitude. I mean, Wapak is playing for real.
And they're not letting up either.
3rd and 17. Earl under pressure, feeling it, and again another sack.
Number 22, Jarrett Mullen,
Corner
also
blitz.
having a game.
Corner blitz.
Tenacity, man. Tenacity.
He was sitting there. He was like almost
that
there.
Was
and
evil.
he cut back, yes.
That was evil.
It's funny because Wapak really gets a lot of pressure from rushing the defensive backs off the edge. It's not so much their ends, but really the backs that come off the edge and put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. He ran all the way around his block 360 degrees to get to the quarterback.
Exactly.
And I tell you.
Exactly. Tenacity. That's what it takes.
I would love to see.
4th and 20.
And
here
Grant
comes
Jolly and Paige
the
D.
punting unit. And that one is going to take a Wapak bounce and die inside the 40-yard line as Wapak will once again get great field position. Wow.
And at this point, Wapak's got to consider taking their more senior players that they want to keep healthy out of the game because they really just don't need them anymore.
I think what you'll see here, Brendan, is I think you're going to see Wapak go score, punch one in, field goal, or either way, it's going to get the running clock, and then you'll see your backups come in. And we've seen the backups the last 2 to 3 weeks, haven't we, Dan? We're doing a good job.
Yeah,
we're getting our young kids a lot of playing time.
I love it. I love it. Here's the screen to Paige. Paige up over to the 35, tries to dance around.
Oh!
And it looks like there's a fumble. There's a flag. Or is that a marker on the left side there?
It's a marker.
Wapak recovery there, number 50 diving on the ball.
Yeah, that's the center. Another senior for Wapakoneta.
And that looked like
Ryan Price.
Number 4 and number 3, Etzkorn there making the contact, punching the ball out.
Boy, Ryan Price was a great interview, too. Every one of these seniors, I cannot overemphasize how impressed I was with my senior interviews, and I can't wait to share them with our viewers out there. Here's Moyer with Hauser in motion to the right, and that's Snarry, the ball carrier, and as you mentioned, maybe giving Naus a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, giving Naus, put Schnarry in there, and Schnarry's ran the ball real well all year.
Not much of a hole to run through on that one.
Ryan
Walter coming into the game.
Coming in.
Yeah. Bring up 3rd and 8 with 4:24 remaining. A little bit of a sprinkle, as Josh mentioned. First time we've had any kind of inclement weather, if you want to call this little sprinkle inclement.
See if it'll cool off.
Here's Moyer, rolls to the right. Yeah, exactly. Caden Page gets ripped down by the collar. And that was a high tackle there.
Wowzer, that was
I think everybody was a little worried about how Page came down on that, and I think we're all just happy nobody's hurt.
Nobody's hurt, right.
I think Elida's getting a little frustrated, and really this is tackling a little high can be dangerous. We've already seen it a couple times where somebody can get hurt that way. But if you want to hit a guy hard, hit him legal.
Yep, right.
But, don't take him down by his hat or his
we're
collar.
we're and everybody's figuring how is the right way to tackle. You go high, you get hurt. You go low, you get hurt. So I don't know what you say.
You hit them hard,
football, hit them hard,
wrap them up.
Wrap them up. That's right.
And just be legal about it. That pass to Caden Page has enough for the first down, and they'll move the chains again as the Wapakoneta Redskins continue to move the ball as the clock continues to move. 3:11 remaining.
Hey, Dan, I wanted to talk about that a little bit too. One of your favorite linebackers of all time passed away today, Dick Butkus.
Dick Butkus. I actually had a chance to watch him when I was a kid growing up. His career would have lasted a lot longer if it wasn't for his knee surgeries. Yeah, and back then they did a terrible job.
Yeah, they just don't have the technology.
They didn't, and all those great players that missed a lot of their prime of their career back in the 60s and early 70s because of the lack of technology were really crippled as they became elderly. Jim Otto is a perfect example from the Oakland Raiders, and people in my demographic will remember him. I mean, they told stories and showed the scars on both of his knees. The center for the old Oakland Raiders as Wapak continues to move the ball.
He went to center, huh? Jim Otto was a fullback at Ohio State, and he went to center.
Not Otis.
Otis, okay, Otto. Yes, and he came from Cleveland area. Yes, Jim Otto, yes. Yes, I was thinking Otis, which I don't know if Otis even had a long career in the NFL, did
Kansas City.
Kansas City, yeah.
Played at Kansas City. I got to meet him, too, over in Salina. Who knows? He may be in the Salina crowd when we play them in 2 weeks. $1:45 remaining here in the quarter. Wapakoneta 3rd and 2 from the Bulldogs 17. Moyer in the shotgun. Bryson Pack is back there with him, and it's Pack, the ball carrier, tries to turn the corner, but he's wrestled down quickly there, Brendan.
A good lesson in getting upfield quickly and not trying to do too much with the ball.
That ain't a good sign.
Well, that's why you got to be smart here with as Coach Moyer. You got to consider, when do we start taking these valuable players that we're going to need late in the season out of the game.
We've got an injury timeout on the field with $1:21 remaining. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Personal service. That's Home Savings Bank. Locally owned and operated, Home Savings Bank takes pride in being part of the Wapakoneta community since 1941. Home Savings Bank continues to offer more services like online bill pay, ID Theft Smart, a mobile banking app, home mortgage and equity loans, construction loans, lines of credit, savings accounts, IRAs, and more. All with friendliness, integrity, and the personal service you deserve. Home Savings Bank in downtown Wapakoneta.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm personal price plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
This is Jimmy from Jimmy Sager State Farm in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Stop in our office at 201 East Augley Street or call 419-738-7506 or check us out on the web at jimmysager.com for your free, no-obligation quote.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta after the injury timeout. The Redskins will take over 4th and 2 from the 17. The clock running, $1:14 remaining. Moore is going to set up over center. Is it going to be a handoff? Yes, it is. And turning the right corner is Bishop and into the end zone. Noah Bishop.
The elder Bishop is happy here.
I guess it's a father and son night through and through.
Would you look at that? Heck, it is, isn't it? Hey, thanks for coming. That is awesome.
First high school touchdown.
Yes.
It won't be the last.
And it will not.
17-yard touchdown run for Noah. Extends the Wapakoneta lead to 43-3. And let's see if we can tack on another one by Beach as the clock continues to run.
Speaking of speed and not being able to teach it, that was some pretty quick running there.
The extra point is up and good. And with just 13 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Wapak extends their lead to 44-3, and we'll keep it right here until the end of the quarter. Can't wipe that smile off your face.
No, man, that's always a good feeling as a Pops. You put so much time at throwing from 2 to 3 years old, and you can't wait for that first varsity football touchdown.
He did a really good job of hitting the open area, and then he planted his foot cut back to stay away from the defense and had a clear run to the end zone.
I'd say he's probably earned a steak dinner.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, that's right. I would always do that for him. I always tell him that. As I always ask some of the coaches, how do you get your kid bigger? And what do you do? And Rob down there, Coach Rob says, meat. Feed him all kinds of red meat. That'll be like the old cavemen.
Lots of meat.
Lots of meat.
Well, you got to bring them by. I got a freezer full.
Yeah, I know, man. I tell you what, though,
I can't eat it all.
These days, steaks.
I tried. I can't.
Yeah.
Here's the ensuing kickoff, and actually they started the clock. So I think what they're going to do is bring us to the end of the third quarter, and we'll kick off to start the fourth quarter. After we take this timeout, it's the Wapakoneta Redskins 44, the Elida Bulldogs 3. We'll be back right after this.
Are you having trouble making a decision about where to go for your hearing care? Well, let us help you cut through the noise. Hear what our patients have to say about us here at Auglaize and Sydney Audiology.
Auglaize Audiology has always been a wonderful experience. I have taken both of my little ones there for their preschool examinations, and my kids just love them.
Vanessa is such a calm and interesting audiologist who explains everything so thoroughly.
Don't trust your hearing care to just anyone. See the professionals at Auglaze and Sydney Audiology.
He's down there on the end.
Welcome back to Wapakoneta. Start of fourth quarter action as the Wapakoneta Redskins on a 17-yard run by Noah Bishop extends their lead to 44-3. It's kind of a pop-up kick, gets muffed there momentarily, but Wapak all over it.
Number 16, Braylon Walter there with the takedown.
Cameron Kaufman, the sophomore, on the return. The Bulldogs will take over first and 10. And things have thinned out a little bit on the Elida side.
This looks like some Bengals fans over there heading home before the game's over.
That's a nice dig. I like that. I got a lot of Bengals fans out there, so that was awesome.
Well, I live in Cincinnati, so I'm used to listening to the fair weather hype.
Yeah, they need to score some points, that team. Looks like we've got a timeout on the field. Elida is going to take a timeout. We just came back to start the fourth quarter, so Elida is going to take their second timeout, or their first timeout of the second half. And we'll keep it right here. We'll thank our sponsors, as always. Merritt Real Estate, Ryan Place, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, Elevation Chiropractic, our good friends at Miller's Corral, Flex Machine Tools, G.A. Windsor & Son, State Farm and Jimmy Sager, Home Savings Bank, Auglaze and Sydney Audiology. I keep stumbling over audiology tonight for some reason. Kill RV Service, Gordon Kill and his crew, and, of course, JP Metz and the family over at Dad's Toy Shop. Hey, it's never too early to pick up a remote control car, truck, water, aircraft at Dad's Toy Shop. Stop in and see him today. Tell him Big Dan sent you. First and 10 from the 26. And it looks like the second teamers are in there, Josh.
Yep, you got your backups. You got some Ryan Walter and some of your older boys still playing. You got some on your D-line, but you got mostly your backfield and linebackers are all JV.
Yeah, number 12, Spencer Dobbs there with the takedown. He's a junior, but clearly showing some promise.
Yes, he's JV's had a good year. I mean, the JV comes in and they've done a real good job all year. They've made some switches, but we got so many seniors up front. We're going to have an overhaul next year. So they got to get some playing time in it. And this helps, Dan, when you get a lot of playing time as a younger unit.
Now in at quarterback is number 13.
And that was number
Josh
6,
Pyle.
Chris Martin, and 53, Brody Preezer.
And Brody Preezer is an animal. I mean, he is everywhere. And you're going to see him a lot all over the place next year. He's just behind 3 seniors. You know that. You were there, and then you started your junior year, right, Brendan?
Yeah. I played the defensive line and also played a little running back my sophomore year. But number 53, he's got all the equipment that he needs. He's 5'10", 195.
Yeah.
You know, he's built like a linebacker. He
he is.
Needs to learn how to play like one.
Yep.
Rushing up the middle. And
that's not going anywhere.
Number 4 there, getting to him early, Ryan Walter.
Ryan Walter and his buddy beside him, his brother, Braylon Walter. Did it together.
That's
nothing better than that, right?
Yeah. I want to give a shout-out to Kyle Holzkamp, the senior that's out there on the D-line. Another one of those great interviews that I had, and it's nice to see Kyle get some time out there as well. We'll bring up fourth down for the Bulldogs. They're going to have to bring out the punting unit again as the clock continues to run. Under 9 minutes remaining. Wapak up 44-3. Week number 8 of high school football action here on TSC. They're just going to let it bounce.
Jeez,
it takes an Elida bounce.
That JV punter?
And that that looks like their first string punter, and that's going to roll.
My goodness, did he get a hold of that?
Inside of the 10-yard line. Well, he got a nice, generous
bounce. It just bounced right off his foot.
Unfortunate for Elida when the highlight is their punt.
That was he crushed it. Yeah.
Wow.
This is amazing because Elida has been in every game. Even to Salina, they lost last week, but at 28-21. I mean, it was a good game. I mean, down to the wire, Salina pulled it out. So,
yeah.
We've been saying, what did we have, 35 on the first half on Kenton last week. Shawnee was done by the half. I mean, Wapak is coming out with authority, and I think they're the real deal. I really think we are going to make some noise in the playoffs.
I hope so.
I do.
Yeah, when you look at those 2 losses they had early in the season, it just took them too long to really get things going, and the first half was pretty abysmal both times. And that caused them to really switch up how they play offense, especially leading into the second half, having to make more aggressive calls, trying to make big plays down the field, when that's just not how they comfortably operate. They're much more methodical, drive the ball down the field. They have big play potential, but they really rely on Nous in the backfield to kind of methodically take them down the field. And you just can't play like that when you're down 2 touchdowns.
Let's talk about these underclassmen that are out there offensively, Josh. You know most of these guys.
Yeah, you got some young kids. You got at the backfield, you got Andre and Noah, and there's Andre with a good run up front. And you
Number
got
24
Andre
Longsworth,
yes. And they came in from they moved in here 2 years ago from Georgia. And they came here. His parents came here to work at over here at the new company here, the box company.
Pratt.
What is that new company out here on 25A? I can't remember
Pratt.
offhand, but they came here for that. And some of your offensive linemen, you got Preezer out there playing pulling guard, and you got some of your young receivers. And Kagan Zink is the quarterback, which a good wrestler also. You got a lot of wrestlers on this football team, which I've always said wrestling and football go hand to hand.
Oh, it always has, yeah. It always has.
Nothing teaches you balance and how to get somebody else off balance like wrestling does.
Zink at quarterback is going to get enough push to get the first down. The clock continues to run under 7 minutes now. Wapak up 44-3.
Some of you got the Walters brothers, which his Braylon is always playing tight end, D end here at the JV level. And some of your JV, you got a mix of some older kids in there now, maybe a couple. Jacob Schuler, he's a sophomore, but he goes a little bit. Some freshmen, they bring him down, but they got a lot of promise. They got a lot of stuff coming up here in the next couple
years. A little
years.
confusion as to who's lining up where. Looks like they finally figured it out.
Zink's going to hand it off to Bishop, trying to turn the corner. 25. And near the 30-yard line before he gets rustled out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
Kind of walloped out of bounds by Cameron Kaufman there for Elida.
And the one thing is with Noah, he's the only left-handed kid in both sides of the family, my wife's and mine. We don't know where he came from. I'm not sure. My wife always said she had an affair with Thor off the movie Thor. I said, There he goes.
There's Longsworth. Nice run. Up over the 45 to midfield, and that was a tough run.
Dragging people with him. That was number 13 for Elida getting dragged. Noah Jostapile.
Every time we've seen him run the ball, he looks good too, doesn't he?
He's so strong.
I'm excited to see how he continues to develop over the next few years. I want to see number 24 become a prominent number again. That's my old number.
Is it? Yes. And I'll tell you what, he as good as he is at running back, he's really good at defensive line. Very.
Oh,
little mix-up
almost
on the
a miscue there. And there he goes again, up over the 40, down near the 35, and that miscue turns into a 15-yard gain.
Just doesn't matter at this point.
Tell you what, you're getting your young offensive linemen in. They're fired up. They want to be out there under the lights. You know, every one of these kids wants something to happen, and it's awesome to see that when you're a good enough football team, you get the honor to get your butt out there and get to play a little bit on a Friday night.
Yeah, right on.
Still a little confusion here. I think you're going to see that, every time you have the second stringers in, just who lines up where, what is the snap count on, small little things like that. And as Coach Moyer, this is really where you're seeing how disciplined is your team.
Yeah, you see that on the depth chart. That's exactly it. that second, third stringers that come in. You want to make sure that they don't miss a beat. They may not get the same kind of yardage. They may not have all the positivity, but if they do the fundamentals, if they run the play that they're supposed to run, and they at least play hard, that's what you're looking for as a coach from those underclassmen.
Yeah, nobody's slacking on their blocks. Everybody's running downfield.
Sync up under center again. On the sweep left to Bishop, trying to break a tackle. There's going to be a flag, and another high tackle by another Elida Bulldog there.
Shaking off number 27, Bentley Mooney, making first contact there, getting shaken off by the younger Bishop.
What was the penalty?
Well, we'll find out in a second here.
Holding.
Yep, holding on the offense. Exactly where that flag came from. Actually from the side judge, not the back judge, not the referee throwing that flag. So that's going to move the ball back to the 43-yard line with 3 minutes remaining in the game. Wapak up 44-3. The Redskins are going to extend their record to 6-2. The Elida Bulldogs are going to fall to 5-3.
And really the main blemish you can say for Wapak tonight, almost the only blemish, is that they've been so penalized. They've probably had 6 or 7 penalties, which is pretty unusual for them based on how things have gone so far this year.
Yep.
And they were all kind of right in the same vicinity, And I think they're going to bring in the freshmen to play. They're bringing out the JV. They're going to let the freshmen play a little bit, which that's even awesomer. Love that.
My favorite word in the Webster's Dictionary for football. The football Webster's
is awesome.
The Webster's Dictionary for football is awesomer.
Awesomer.
That's where you'll find that.
That's exactly right, Dave. And I knew it after I said it. That ain't the word I wanted, but it works.
It's a football word.
It's a football.
And it works.
Well, we'll see if we can be a little betterer with our vocabulary.
Well, that's okay.
Couldn't quite make the turn there. That's number 54, Aaron Daly. Probably Aiden Daly's younger brother making the tackle there.
Let's take a look at the schedule. Of course, after tonight, we're on the road to Bath and then here against Salina. As we mentioned, coming into the game tonight, Salina with only 1 blemish on their record, and it's shaping up to be the game of the year as the Bulldogs look tough both offensively and defensively. But, Josh, we said that about Elida coming into this game, especially Elida's defense.
And a fumble there.
Yeah, Elida came into this game rated. I think they were a little bit above us in some of the categories, but I didn't really look before today with last week's the way we played last week. I thought we might have passed. It was really close stat-wise.
Right. Well, Salina's got a really dangerous offense the way it looks.
And Salina's right behind us, so they got a good defense too. But I think Elida has a heck of a defense, and I think what happened to them tonight was they saw a tough, hard-nosed Wapak team that they came out here and just wanted to punish somebody. And I can't say anything. They wanted to punish Elida, and they did that.
And they really dominated the line of scrimmage, too.
And you never know. There might be words, social media these days, where, maybe there's some word exchange. Maybe they said, hey, we are better than you, and Wapak showed them, no, you're not.
And on 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs with 45 seconds remaining, their backup's in. They get a first down. Once again, want to thank our sponsors for tonight's contest: Merit Real Estate, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, Elevation Chiropractic.
Yeah, and right now, Dan, we're seeing the rain come down a little bit sideways, and I, to get to see your freshman football team play on a Friday night that tells you that you went through your varsity, your JV, and your freshman against a very good Elida football team.
Yeah, you must be doing something right.
You're doing something right. And it's awesome, to get to see every week we seem to be getting better. We're getting better and better, changing things up. And it's not that we're passing. We are a very balanced football team.
Final comments, Brendan.
Well, I love the way that Wapak came out tonight and was physical with the football. They really dominated the line of scrimmage, and like Coach Moyer said before the game even started, we need to do a few things. We need to dominate the line of scrimmage. We need to control the turnovers of the game, and we need to avoid missed tackles. And I don't think I saw any, maybe one missed tackle by Wapak tonight. And there were a lot of arm tackles on the Elida side of the ball. And expecting a tough Elida defense to show up, I think really it was their offense that didn't show up that really stuck them in a lot of tough positions and really wore them out throughout the game.
So a great senior night victory for the Wapakoneta Redskins after week number 8. They extend their record to 6-2 with a 44-3 win against the Elida Bulldogs. For my tag team partner, Josh Bishop. For my son, Brendan Wilson, in the booth with us tonight. Isaac Sell, Jack the Sea Hag Hagerman, and Glenn Miller and his band of renown. I'm Big Dan Wilson. We'll see you next week here on TSC. Have a good night, everybody.
Tonight's high school football action on TSC has been brought to you by the following: Merit Real Estate, Allen Davis Insurance Agency, Elevation Chiropractic, Miller's Corral, Minster Bank, Flex Machine Tools, G.A. Windsor & Son, State Farm Insurance, Home Savings Bank, Auglaze Audiology, Kill RV Service, Dad's Toy Shop, and Wilson One Communications.
TSC is bringing fiber optic high-speed internet to your rural community. Power your household with upload and download speeds as high as 1 gigabit. GigaSpire technology provides blazing fast speeds and whole home coverage so you can enjoy an unrivaled online experience. At TSC, we look forward to bringing you hometown local service, saving you money, and welcoming you to the TSC Gigahood.
I'm Kyle Beach. I'm number 9, I'm the kicker and punter. My first memory playing football would be sophomore year. So when I first joined the team and decided to start kicking. The reason why I kicked was my brother did it in high school and he did very well and he tried getting me to do it too, so I thought I'd try it out and it seemed to work out so far. Conditioning wise, it'd have to start all in the weight room. We have a great weightlifting program and that really helped me out this year, and I really focused on leg speed, which helps me get the ball that far. I mean, the way I train for that is leg extensions. I mean, just having that weight on there and just fast motions, kicking up and down. And yeah, the other sports I play, soccer, so it kind of goes hand in hand, but at the start it is a little bit hard to adjust to because football and soccer ball isn't the same. So I mean, it's just a lot of technique stuff, changing it wise. Other than that, it's kind of went hand in hand. Improving my technique wise, Mike Watt 100% would have, and then my brother also, he would go out with me every once in a while, and Coach Magoo and Coach Truesdale helped me a lot also. I mean, I realized probably this off season, I mean, I went to a lot of camps, a lot of college camps, and started making a lot of contacts with college coaches and decided that I can go far with this and I can kick at the next level. I want to say thank you to my family, my coaches, my teammates, my teachers, and just I want to thank everyone that has helped build this great program.
My name is Kyle Holzkamp. I've been playing football since 2nd grade. I mean, it's just a physical sport. I mean, if you got any anger, you can always just take it out on the field. The support I get at home is amazing. My mom taught me manners from a young age. She taught me how to do almost everything that's like not physical to do. And my dad, he's taught me how to be a man. And he's pretty much brought me to the person I am today. Coaches, I mean, they just inspire me to be the best that I can be. And really, if I have any troubles, I know I can always go to them, and they'll help me out the best they can. Because I think family is important. I think winning means to me, I think you got to do it every week. I mean, winning is the most important thing about the sport besides the brotherhood. And winning, I mean, who doesn't want to win? You keep winning and winning, you take it to that next level. Then you go to the state playoffs and then you state championship, and if you win that, that's the mother of them all. I see this sport applying to me is just always have that winning attitude. Just always go into everything you have to deal with 110%. Like, never think you're going to fail at anything. And if you do fail, just keep getting back up. I think that's one thing the sport's taught me a lot.
I'm Nate Metzger. I've been playing football since 5th grade, so about 8 years. Some of my earliest memories playing football is midget, obviously. Like, that's where it all started. Learned everything, and then going into junior high, that's where it all kind of started for me, where I really started to enjoy it, being around my team, because in midget it was 3 teams, and then we all combined into one big team. So that's where we kind of started our brotherhood. Yeah, so you've been around these guys for 4, 5, 6 years, so you get to know them real well, especially through all the two-a-days, all the workouts through the winter, everything. You're around them a lot. Yeah, I mean, the working out, no one wants to do it, but if you want to be great, you got to do it. You got to be up 5:55. You got to be up early in the morning. You got to do it. No one wants to, but that's what it takes to be great. Yeah, my mom and dad, I mean, they've been through it all. They've been through everything with me. I can count on one hand how many games through all the sports in my life that they've missed. Like, they try their best to be at every game. They'll skip meetings. They'll skip trips. They don't want to miss any games. They're just there for me through everything. Yeah, it means the world to me to have that support, for them waiting on the field for me after the game to take pictures and be the first ones to give me high fives and hugs. I'll take football. I'll take a lot of things out of football. One thing I'll take out of it is just friends and like the friendships I'll build. Like, half my teammates I know will be friends for a very long time because we've just built such a strong bond together, and all the chemistry we've built throughout all our years playing together. Yeah, I just want to say thank you to, first off, my family, all my coaches that have been through it all the way down to midget football, that kind of taught me the game, kind of taught me how to be a good person.
I'm Jaden Rampula. I've been playing football probably 5, 6 years. Earliest memory. I was in the 6th grade, first year, and they wanted me to run the ball, but I was over the weight limit, so I had to have one of them stickers on the back of my helmet saying I couldn't. The thing I like most about playing defense is just being able to fire off and hit the guy across from you. There's no feeling better. It's pretty important. I mean, first couple games, you do all your off-season work, but I feel like the first couple games, you're still not in game shape. But after that, it's very nice. Coach Copeland, Brent, he's been a big part. He's always talked to me and treated me like I was one of his, and I think that's been a game changer, because the trust with him, that just really means something. Gives me another reason to play. And then Coach Bogan, I moved to DN this year, so he really kind of took me under his wing, and I've just been under him now. Oh, they're very important. It gives you another reason to play harder. You want to make them proud, and I don't know, if you're having a bad day, you can always go and talk to them. Oh, the brotherhood. That's a big thing. You want to play for the guys around you, and especially if you have a good relationship with them. I don't know. When there's tough situations, you guys can just come together and overcome anything, on and off the field. Oh, the game of football. The thing I'm going to take most away from the game of football is the relationships I've built with everybody around me, and it's just teaches you a lot of things. Teamwork, teaches you trust, teaches you to rely on other people. Even if you don't want to, you have to. There's so many guys on each side of the ball. You each gotta do your job. And you gotta be able to trust that the other person will do their job. I want to say thank you to Coach Copeland and Coach Bogan and every one of our coaches, honestly. But Coach Copeland, he's probably been the biggest impact. He's always just talked to me like I was one.
I'm Ryan Price. I've been playing since 7th grade. Playing flag football actually at Harvest. I enjoyed the most probably. I got the ball there. I didn't play offensive line, so run with the ball. They just put me on offense, and I just played there ever since, I guess. I played offense my whole career. I just like going out there every Friday and, just being physical. Truesdale, obviously, Coach Truesdale is one of the most influential coaches. I mean, he's the guy in the weight room. He's like our hype guy. Coach Garland, offensive line coach, Coach Moyer. They all kind of, they are really, they help. Like, they're always just trying to do make us be the best players we can be. My mom, I got a little sister and she's in elementary school, so she's like, she goes to the games, and my mom and my dad, and I have an older sister, but she graduated. She cheered for Wapak a couple years ago, and my mom and dad are always just there. Go to the games and just ask how it went, tell me what they thought happened at the game. It's important for me to be a good example to my younger sister. I just for academics, more than sports, and I just wanted to show how to be a good person. I want to say thanks to all the coaches, my family, and my team, all my teammates I've had in the past years.
My name is Ryan Sadler. So I've been playing football since my 7th grade year. I've always been a tight end. This year, because I've had an ankle injury sustained during the spring, they've worked me in on some of the offensive line as well. Oh, it's a big adjustment for me. Didn't put any weight on my foot for 6 weeks. Couldn't barely walk consistently without any extra help for 2 months. And so it's a really big adjustment. I gotta learn how to walk, then incorporate jogging, running at the same time, especially for me. When I started doing that was when we started doing our July practices up until 2 days. So I still missed a lot of getting some on-field reps. I was able to catch back up mentally pretty quickly, thankfully. But just physically, it took me a while, and I'm still trying to get there and get back to the shape that I was before my injury. It's a testament to all my supporters, whether it be Caitlin, our school trainer, or the therapy I did physical therapy with, and the coaches for supporting me and trying to make sure I get involved in the game plan for week 1. So 20 years down the line, when I'm thinking back about high school football, I just really want to think about the amount of work and what I developed life skills-wise out of this game. I learned how to cooperate with teammates, how to develop chemistry, really develop my work ethic through the off seasons, lifting and conditioning, and then just trying to prove myself on the field and just knowing how to handle adversity when something happens. I don't know what's going to happen to me in the future, but something's going to knock me down, and it's just up to me how to respond. And a lot of that has to do with Coach Truesdale here at the football program. They do such a great job putting us in tough situations and having us respond to it. And really that builds our character and makes us a better football team as a result. I would really like to thank my parents and my family in general. My mom's been one of my biggest supporters since day one. I also want to thank my dad. He was a big reason why I played football in the first place. He was very successful when he played in high school and ended up playing at the next level. And so he had a big presence on my decision to play football going in my junior high and sticking with it throughout high school.
My name is Joey Truesdale. I play linebacker and fullback for Wapakoneta High School. My earliest memory of playing football, probably playing at my old school when I was in 4th grade and always being coached by my dad. My brother would come out and help. Now my brother's the defense coordinator for Wapakoneta High School now. So always having those two around when I was growing up playing ball, it's always been a dream playing for my brother, Oh yeah, for sure. My brother was an all-state linebacker in high school. He had multiple college looks, so I've always strived to be better than him. I've always wanted to surpass him at a level, and now he's coaching me, and he coaches me really hard, so I couldn't be more blessed to have him as a coach. The intensity is something. There's always been, my brother and I, we've always been able to feed off of each other's intensity throughout the game. We always look at each other, we'll make a call together, and we'll definitely get hyped together, and it always carries into the whole field. So it's always exciting. You have Coach Moyer. I've known Coach Moyer since I was in 2nd grade. Even though I went to Shawnee, I always was out here being the water boy once my brother started coaching here. So Coach Moyer has always had a huge impact on my life. I remember when I transferred over to Wapakoneta in 6th grade, we went to a local restaurant, and Coach Moyer came up to me and he shook my hand, told me, welcome to Wapakoneta, and it's great to have you to be a Redskin, and that moment would always stick with me. Coach Moyer is another type of leader in my life, different father figure. I've always looked up to that guy. He's a great person,
and he always pushes us to be the best, and you can tell he loves every single one of us. I think the number one thing I'll always look back at, I mean, is the brotherhood. I mean, you got the guys back, you got the guys back here, you know. I mean, that's something, and of course teamwork, but everyone's going to say that. But I would say that the number one thing is definitely the determination, discipline. I'm going to say this: we have the best off-season weightlifting program in the state of Ohio, and I mean that. We have 5:55 a.m. workouts. We come out here in June in the morning. We run 7-8 gassers. We'll run 21-10s. I mean, we go to work, and I know that hard work and that discipline, that determination to get it done, that I'll carry into my life.
I'm Austin Brown. I've been playing football since the third grade. What I like most about playing football is just come out here, have fun, play with the brotherhood, the coaches. They teach a lot, and there's a lot you can take away from the coaches. Just trying to go out there, have fun, and win and play the great game of football. Winning is a big thing in football. You always want to be a part of a winning team, and the football rivalries, they're not always so easy. They might not be too good, they might be good, but they always come out and put out a fight no matter what team it is. They're trying to take the person off the top down. Football helps you a lot in other ways. The coaches, they teach you the right from wrong. Your players, and your teammates, they can teach you the right from wrong, and they can help you a lot along the way, and you can carry that on with life. I would like to thank my family, coaches, and all my teammates from over the years, and all the great memories we had.
My name is Keen Heft, and this is going to be my third year playing football. Some of my earliest memories playing football would have to be tossing around the ball with my cousins every Thanksgiving. May not have known the rules, but I still had fun running the ball. You know, my dad always played football. I wear his number to honor him every day, and just playing football with my cousins, it reminded me I want to do something with the team. I want to go out there, I want to play football. You know, preparation is probably one of the most important things you can do for football. Every game you have to prepare, starting Monday, starting Saturday even. You got to be there. All summer we prepared for this season, and it shows how much we prepare. You know, this discipline, I'm never going to forget this mentality. It's always going to be a part of me. Everything I do, I'm going to be disciplined from what I've learned on this field. On the football field, well, I'd like to thank my dad. You know, I play for him. He's the only reason I'm on this team. My mom's always been there to back me up. And then I have the coaches. Like, I could not get through this without the coaches. And it's the brotherhood that I built around here. You know, the brotherhood, it's one of the main reasons I play football. Without this brotherhood, there'd be no team.
My name is Caden Ware. I play a defensive end and offensive guard. I've been playing defense for last year. I started defense, and I just love it. So, I started playing football in the 5th grade. Definitely my dad. He got me going into this game. He was a big wrestler. He wasn't a big football guy, but I just wanted to try something, and he got me into this. So I wrestled, but I don't think I'm going to wrestle anymore because I tore my labrum. It was very difficult coming back from an injury. I just like the rehab and couldn't get on the field last year for a while. It was mainly the people that really helped me get through this was like the trainer, the coaches, players, parents. Coming back from adversity, from an injury, just don't think about it, just do it. I want to thank like the coaches, the players, my mom, dad, family, brother, sister. I've taken like a lot, just like not giving up and keep going, and it would apply to everyday life. Just the brotherhood we had, it's been a big impact on this team.
I'm Jace Nouse. I play linebacker and running back. I've been playing since the 5th grade. I played some flag football before that. I've always loved the game of football, so.
House to the house, baby! Woo!
So what it's like when you score, it feels great. You get in there, everybody's cheering for you. You know, you worked hard to get it, and everybody does their job, and it just makes you feel good. My offensive line is very important to me. They have to work together to do that stuff, so it's tough sometimes, but when you can get it going, it's awesome. It's pretty important. You have to prepare for every team. They'll give you all kinds of stuff, and you just got to prepare to be ready for that and prepare to do the best you can do against them. The feeling of winning is so good. When we win, it's almost an unexplainable feeling. It just gives you that nice, like a pride, like we did it, accomplished feeling, so it feels awesome. What I'm going to take away is a lot of the hard work and dedication, because you got to go to work to every day. That's one of the main factors. It teaches you to work with teammates, so you might have to work with other people someday. And just going through adversity sometimes. Something doesn't go your way. You want it to, but it just doesn't, so you just got to get through it. And this helps a lot for that. I want to say thank you to my family, my brotherhood, my coaches. Thanks to the fans. Yeah, I love all the fans out there. They're a big supporter.
I'm Spencer Hurley. I've been probably playing for like 12 years, since first grade. Yeah, playing with my friends, scoring touchdowns back in the midget football, playing defense and having fun. My coach is relentless support, and that's everything that a coach can support you. It helps you keep going, like encourages you to keep playing, give more effort, keep working. We prepare every day. Starting Saturday, we watch film. We're preparing always for every team that we play every week. It'll probably help me with always showing up, being prepared, like being on time, giving work ethic for my teammates, my coaches, my family, people that put time in for me. I want to say thank you to my mom and my dad, all my friends that are out here, my coaches for sure. Of course, Coach Moyer, a great offensive line coach, a great coach in general, always pushing us. Same with Coach Truesdale, very motivational guy, really got me in the weight room this year and last year, got me pushing, got me bigger, got me stronger, got me faster.
I'm Alex Hegelman. I've been playing since 3rd grade, so this will be my 10th year. I think one of my earliest memories was having a chase down tackle against Bath just to keep him at 0 points. It felt great. I mean, I was the one that let him pass me, but I still got the tackle. All those midget football players out there, here's a message for you. It's a good thing to keep on going throughout the game because of how much you learn through it. There's a lot of dedication aspect, you stick through it. Some of your coaches may do a bunch of stupid stuff with drills and that, it looks stupid, but it all comes back to help you win games and push forward to help the team win. By the time you're a senior, you're gonna come back and realize that all the things that coaches taught you and everything you learned in the game comes back to help you win the games, and it feels amazing. Coming through a season, winning a bunch of games, making it to playoffs, and starting to destroy teams in the early rounds of playoffs. I want to say thank you to my dad, who's a big coach for me in midget football, my mom, who's probably one of the loudest people in the stadium, and then my grandma, who's always been with me there, checking up to make sure everything's okay and I'm doing good.
I'm Reece Schnarr. I started playing football in the 4th grade for Cherokees. I just like enjoying the game, really learning the fundamentals of how the game worked, and just it gave me something to do, look forward to after school every day, so I enjoy that a lot. When I put the uniform on and strap up on a Friday night, I just think about the guy next to me trying to take away everything that I worked forward and like my whole career. This is my last year, my last shot to prove something, so I take that into consideration every time I step on the field. Is I got to prove something. Like if I could wear the last name on my jersey, I would. The last name Schnarr means a lot, so I just try to honor my last name every time I play. I'll go back to Cherokees when I used to play. Coach Mel, he's not the most like stern, strict coach you'll ever have, but like when you do good, he'll come pat you on your back. Let it know that you made a good play. So I feel like them coaches like him really help a lot because if you have a bad day or something, he lets you know when you're doing good. I just want to say you're growing up, you may not see playing time, you may not think you're gonna play, but just stick with the process. Always put in the extra work you can, and it'll come true. Your dreams will come true. Winning's everything. I feel like if you're not gonna win, there's no point in doing it. So I think about winning every time I step on the field too. I think in 20 years, I'll come back for a class reunion and see all my friends, and I think football, we'll definitely talk about a lot of football, but I also think, football helped me with the accountability, going to work every day, showing up, and I feel like it's taught me not to be selfish. You put in a lot of work just for yourself, but also for your team, because if you don't work for your team, then
I mean, you don't have a team. You can't be selfish and play football. You won't have any success. You know, I'd like to say thank you to my dad and brother. I think those two are definitely the ones who pushed me. You know, after a Friday night, if I don't have a bad game, they let it be known. I still got work to do. And I'd like to thank Coach Truesdale. He's definitely been the biggest mentor that I've had, especially in the off season. He was constantly pushing me because he saw this. He had belief in me. He saw this light that he knew I could be great. So he's constantly on me, and I think it's starting to pay off a little bit. So.